Dude just said, I wish Zealand was real. Same, honestly. I wish I was real. Yeah, boy. My national government just announced a $1 billion investment in a national program, or a $1 billion investment in national program development. What is your country, Conscience? I don't remember. Fill me in. Fill me in. Canada. Oh, it's happening. Bro, we're going to have to compete. Shoot, we're going to have to compete now. The Canadians are here. $1 billion. Wasn't the Canadian FA like bankrupt not that long ago? Now they're investing $1 billion in development. Dude, Canada's about to become. The U.S. needs to do something like that. So I wish this wasn't pre-recorded. I am pre-recorded. This entire stream is pre-recorded. We do what we can with what we have. Carney decided to do something. I think it's a good idea. I mean, I went to a home Canada World Cup match, and the amount of like maple syrup and Canadian patriotism that was going on, well, it was really cool. It was really cool to see. It was easy to get caught up in it. Post World Cup blues suck. Yeah. Hey, the Asian Cup is in January in Saudi. The Asian Cup is in 6 months. So if you're looking for your international footballing fix, it's right around the corner. Right around the corner. Hepler, thank you for the 47 months. Seabass, thank you for the 37 months. MD Games, thank you for the 59 months. Almost 5 years. Dude, that is how the time has flown by, MD Games. GFL, thank you for the 10 months. Zulin, thank you for the 3 months of the Prime. Zolvetto, thank you so much for the 15 months of the Prime. East Coast Reese, thank you for the 29 months of the Tier 1. Constantius, thank you for the Prime. Cicero, thank you for the 33 months. And Schuber, thank you for the 48 months. My freaking dude. First round of Euros qualifiers are starting. Yeah, well, that's true. Europe always runs in that double cycle where they like qualify for the Euros and then have the Euros and then qualify for the World Cup and have the World Cup. Dude, World Cup qualifying, I wouldn't be surprised. Let me look it up because I don't know for sure. World Cup qualifying always starts like really soon after the World Cup. I should do a tracker where I like keep track of every team that gets eliminated. World Cup 2030 qualifiers, when do they start? 2027. South America's World Cup qualifying for the 2030 World Cup begins in September 2027. A little more than a year from now, South America will be taking the field to qualify for the next World Cup. Africa, Asia, and Oceania have not confirmed start dates. CONCACAF has confirmed the first round will begin on September 2027 as well. So that there's, it's already on the books, Chad. It's already on the books. I think the issue is they keep teasing that 64-team World Cup thing, and you have to change. Obviously, you have to like change the qualifying, format if you're going to have that many teams go. You have to change it all around. Thanks to the MLS for running the ticket on us promotion, going to my first Revs game this weekend. Oh, nice. I don't know what that promotion is, but that's sick. I am going to the MLS All-Star game in Charlotte, which is going to be fun. I've been invited to that, so I'm going to go there, have a good time. Opinion on 64 teams? I don't necessarily like it. I think it's too many. I think 48 is the right number because there are 211 teams, right? Let's go to a calculator. There's 211 nations trying to qualify for the World Cup. So you take 48 divided by 211 and you get, it's 23%. Yeah, it's 22.7% of eligible nations qualify for the World Cup. If you up that to 64, then I feel like you start to devalue it a little too much. You're looking at over 30% of nations that are eligible would qualify for the World Cup. I like the idea of it being less than 1 in 4 nations that are eligible to qualify. That seems right to me. That seems right to me. Now, when they expanded to 32, it was just about the same ratio. So they've typically maintained that ratio. Yeah. The format with 3 teams getting through the group is bad. It should be 32 or 64. Yeah, I don't necessarily think that it's bad. I think we ended up with a really wild situation with the Austria-Algeria match. But I like, look, if the situation with third place teams getting through is really that bad, then why does every major continental competition use a third place system for qualification to the next round? Like, if it was really that bad, AFCON, Asian Cup, the Euros, like, they all use it every time. I think 48, unless, a new batch of nations is introduced, I think 48 is basically the amount that you need for the World Cup. Also, 64, the amount of hosting facilities required for 64 really, really limit. Even more than 48 does, it really limits who can host the tournament. Yeah, like you want to have it not just be the same couple of nations that are hosting it every time. Because there's really only a few nations that can feasibly be the primary host of a 64-team World Cup. Crescencio Somerville to Saudi Arabia. Look, if you can get a bag after the World Cup, I'm never going to blame anybody for getting a bag. Crescencio, like both the club and Somerville himself, I think both getting a bag in that case because he had a really good World Cup. And I think another thing FIFA can do if they want to make more money is make a bigger deal out of World Cup qualifying. Because the World Cup that we watch, that we call the World Cup, is called the World Cup Finals. The actual World Cup is the entire process. And that involves every team. And right now, and I know this from experience, if you want to watch really dramatic Asian qualifiers in the United States, you are headed to like the dark web to try and find it. Right? Like sometimes it's free on YouTube, sometimes, right? But there is not a major, like if you could centralize and sell major broadcasting rights to qualifying and kind of try and work with the different confederations on that, I think you could turn World Cup qualifying into something that people are more invested in. Because it is totally worth following if you're, I follow it pretty aggressively. And it's awesome. But it's just really hard to find the broadcasts for some of those matches. Is that true though, Z? Like you turn Pale Ginger, what does me turning down betting sponsorships have to do with what I'm talking about? I must have said something I forgot I said. What did I say? I've never had any contact with Kick whatsoever. I know that everybody just assumes that they offer a bag to every streamer, but I've never had any contact. They've never like emailed me or something. If Christopher Nolan doesn't get an Oscar for The Odyssey, he should cast you in the horror film called The Walker. I haven't seen The Odyssey. Should I go see it? For those that have seen it, I mean, everybody seems to love it. I have not seen it yet. But I live in New York, and so there are like, one of the screens. Let me look it up right now. Maybe I'll book a screening. Sure, why not? Sure, valid. What's it? IMAX 70 millimeter, right? There's a couple in New York, I think. AMC Lincoln Square, maybe. Where can you watch Odyssey IMAX 70 millimeter? Because that's like the ridiculously fancy one. All right, there's like a news article about this. I want to see it in like the full glory, I want to see it in the full glory, dude. Do, 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 do. Oh, I'm blocked. Okay. I have to subscribe to the Democrat and Chronicle to read an article about where to watch the Odyssey in 70 millimeter. Cool. Maybe I just won't do that. No offense to them. Doesn't seem like something I'm going to do. There apparently is one in Lincoln Square. I don't necessarily know where Lincoln Square. Only 25 theaters in the U.S. are showing the Odyssey in IMAX 70 millimeter. Okay. Apparently it's the only way you can see like what Christopher Nolan actually shot. There's a lot in California. Okay. New York, there's 2. AMC Lincoln Square, and there's one in Rochester, New York. There's 25 in the US, and there's one in Rochester, New York. All right, buddy. So I got, yeah, it's AMC Lincoln Square. All right. Let me see if I can find tickets. Oh, no, I don't want to see the Odyssey. I want to see Moana live action, chat. That's what I want. I want to see Moana live action. Can I get The Rock dancing around? The Odyssey. How do I know if I'm in the... I don't know. I'll figure this out later. I think I'm going to do it. I think it seems like it'd be fun. First, you get inside the horse. True. Odyssey 6.5 out of 10. It's the first like average rating I've heard for it. I know some people hate on it because they're like, I don't know, a little too emotionally invested in the wrong things. But then you also have a bunch of people that have watched it that have been like, I've had one friend that watched it and he texted the group text. He was like, it's pretty nuts. I watched loads of videos lately and struggled to play FM26 myself. I really struggle getting into it, especially training and scouting. Don't do it. You can still play FM and just leave your training and scouting to your staff. They'll do a fine job. If you hire good staff, they'll do a better job. Can we get a moment with Mr. Chair, please? I can do that. I can show some chair. I got breakfast, chat. W hot chair. So that was good timing. I was able to go get my toast. It was done. Hey! I said breakfast. I kind of just outed the fact that I woke up very late today. In this economy. What time is it in New York? 13:39 or 1:39 p.m. Breakfast time, chat. Breakfast time. Obvious breakfast time. That's the deal. Yo, boing, boing. Thank you for the $6.70 super chat. We back, baby. Chat, get those primers in. And Melilla is about to ball out, so don't forget some loans. Though we are balling out right now. UD Melilla is currently second in the league after 19 matches. Remembers the Asian Cup is on. Time to scout. Ooh.
Hi.
Ooh, yes. Good agility, dude. Good agility. We have Thailand as 2028 winners and Japan as 2032 winners. They are the current holders of the Asian Championship. All right. Probably want to check out the Japanese squad. The two youngest players on the Japan team, I already have. The two youngest players on the Japan team, I literally already have. Some might try to say, some might try to insinuate that I have a problem. That we're oh my goodness, there's a 16-year-old. There is a 16-year-old. It's a 16-year-old Palestinian playing for Beitar Jerusalem's youth team. Now, if you know anything about Beitar in particular, you will know that is potentially the funniest thing Football Manager has ever done. If you know anything about Beitar Jerusalem as a club specifically, that is the funniest thing I've ever. That's crazy. My Musa, what's up? You know, I think you do. I think you do want to move. I think that you do want to move, personally. I think that you might have a little Stockholm syndrome going on right now, buddy. I think moving would be in your best interest, personally. Like, I realize that we just met. I'm here just scouting the tournament, but you know, moving has an upside in this situation. Not a bad move per se. All right, Kuwait. I don't know if I've ever had a Kuwaiti player, but they do have an 18-year-old starting striker. South Korea always got some dudes. Although we have not found the same success with South Korea that we've found with Japan so far.
Has nothing on Odysseus.
Right. Slamet Hidayat is a guy that we actually had on our list for a while. There's Indonesia, Kyrgyzstan, Alugbek Kudaibergenov. Oh, that is sensational. And then North Korea. Oh, yeah. I mean, all the North Korean players are really cheap, so... And you don't have to deal with United Nations regulations in game. Huge plus. Not having to deal with the UN regulations, that really opens up the game. All right. We're throwing a lot of scouting around, obviously, but there are two 16-year-olds at this tournament. Mazrur Kyriev. Dude, he's got 14 to 20 finishing at 16. This guy's actually really good. Wait. Look at his athleticism. Look at his athleticism. Probably 9 pace and 10 acceleration. Will you dare to dream? Yeah, the stands are EU safe. This dude would count as an EU player. He has no agent. We could just float a $0 offer to the Uzbek League and see what or to the Tajik League and see what happens. Really? Oh, he's in Russia. Oh, I didn't recognize that club. Okay. He's not completely free. Let's just make sure we're not getting the wool pulled over our eyes here. He's not completely free. Firuz Yusupov. I actually already have a Tajik player on my short list. It's kind of funny. And Uzbekistan, which has a chance. Uzbekistan can produce some guys. Alugbek Fozilov, Nadiryan Akramov, the teenagers, and Lebanon. All right, now we've got the Syrian team. Got a couple of starters that are teenagers. That's good. Iran. We obviously oh my goodness. Oh, it was on punching instead of reflexes still. There's an Iranian goalkeeper in the Arsenal. Did they sign him from Iran? Oh, they did, yeah. Fair play, dude. Arsenal has jumped on an Iranian goalkeeper. Iran continues to produce really high quality players in this save. Like absolute Iranian golden generation. They should be contending for that cup for sure. Yemen. Here's the thing. I have never seen, like, I watch a lot of teams play, even in qualifying. I have never seen Yemen play. But yet, not only in the game, but in real life as well, they have qualified for the Asian Cup, and I have no idea who's on their team.
I bought a firearm to combat my bird phobia. Therapist, you might be getting carried firing into the ceiling, not without a Z. Now that the dad joke is out the way, just wanted to put a bit of a novel one in and say genuinely thank you. I started watching you nearly 6 years ago as I was studying for my first set of school exams that you take at 16 in the UK, and I'm now still watching you having just graduated with a master's degree. Long live the Klebin Hive.
I think the dad joke got absolutely massacred by TTS Ginger, but the rest didn't. W Captain Ginger, I appreciate that. Congratulations on the master's degree. And it has been a long journey together. And thank you for keeping the Klebin Hive alive. Propane Burrito, thank you for the 55 months. Just 5, thank you for the 6 months. Commissar, thank you for the 23 months. How was the smoke a few days ago, like in NYC? It actually, dude, that huge rainstorm, like, took a lot of the smoke out. It was pretty wild. It was really convenient for the World Cup final. Zabu, thank you for the prime. Joel, thank you for the 3 years. Can't believe a film written by Homer Simpson got so popular, dude. I know, it's crazy. Fried Edamame, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. Welcome to the Hammers. Standard Rossoneri, why does the text-to-speech say or Z instead of Z? Yeah, because he's British and weird, dude. I don't know. 4 years, Z. Feels like yesterday I was watching the Dorfers. Schuber. Well, we've got some retrospective tenured members of the community right now, but yes. The Dorfers were what, 4 years ago? And then we headed over to Austria to hang out with the Dorfers in real life. Iraq, and then, oh man, it's Oman. They actually have 3 starters that fit in our age range. All right, so we have scouted the Asian Cup. That's a good way to kick off the day with a little, Wonder Kid scouting. And there were some young guys at that tournament that might actually be pretty good. I remember Zhao Silva like it was yesterday. Oriental Dragons, dude, that club doesn't even exist anymore. It was like a front for the Chinese mob or something. The club literally dissolved. Shigehiro speaks basic Spanish. Yeah, well, All right, attacking midfielder Song Seong-jin. Oh, dude, his potential is 5 stars. We are compiling what I would describe best as an embarrassment of riches at this point. We are compiling an embarrassment of riches. All right, Aaron Ruiz just got a tremendous offer to be a regular starter in La Liga. We're going to go ahead and take that and send him to Alaves for the rest of the season. Song Seong-jin got a second division offer from Granada. I think we'll send him there just for the rest of the season. If that's an offer that he's interested in, we don't know. But we are worried about, we have like a lot of guys in loan debates, and we are kind of worried about what we're going to do with that. So we've got good playing fees for Yuri Urbanic to go play at Gink. It's apparently somewhere that Yuri Urbanic would want to go play. You can go out, you can develop or whatever. Raul Sarai's got 18 months left on his contract. Chad, I'm not going to lie. Are we interested in renewing? Or do we want to move him? If you were me, if you were running UD Melilla, would you renew Raul Sarai? He wants to stay hard stuck star player, which is a problem. Obviously, anytime you bring somebody in on star player, it's very rare for them to move off.
Loved the content. Hope you and the family are well.
Simon, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 75 months. Glad you enjoyed all the World Cup content. There are 1 or 2 main channel videos left that are going to come out from the World Cup as well. Just keep your eyes peeled for that. Never rated Sarai? Well, if you've never rated Sarai, then obviously it seems like a good idea to move him. We are back on the whole Ruben Sosa looks really attractive in between transfer windows, but when push comes to shove, nobody actually wants to sign him. All right, Luis Miguel Navas is now a part of the team. He's been taken off the loan list, and we will keep him around. And we also have to figure out what we want to do with Mateo Nava. But get rid of the unavailables, because we do have a couple guys that we're looking to loan, particularly Abel Yande, Tomoyoki Shigehiro. We're going to hang on to Giancarlos for now. We're going to wait towards the end of the window, because Giancarlos would be down to play on the B team, 1. And 2, if we do a splashy sale of like Gianmarco Villalba, or one of the guys that we're kind of interested in a splashy sale for, that would open up some space. That would open up some space. Any insane youth intake players? I mean, apparently we've got a good youth intake coming in, but we won't find out until March how good those guys are. Apparently, a couple of solid guys coming in. Now, I have an issue with Manzurbek Holmatov in that he doesn't want to go anywhere. I believe he believes that he is going to be able to. The funny thing is, he's not like too far away from being a first team player, but he's still not there. So, kind of desperate to find a loan move for him. Because I think he will be farther and farther away from being a first-team player if he's not here. All right, we're waiting on Abel Yande. The problem with Abel Yande is we had to overpromise everything to him in order to get him to sign. And I think now he's very, very, very worried about the fact that I would send him out again, potentially. Urbanic drops his lack of playing time concern. Well, I'm sending you somewhere to... Oh, dude, no way. After the next match. Oh, he should be starting more games. Oh, this is interesting. How far off are we? He's on regular starter. Well, that's because he's not good enough to be a guy that is just like automatically in the midfield every match. We have other guys. We have Andre Girard. We have... You know, some would say potentially better guys. Sarai hasn't really improved much either since he got here. That's going to be interesting. Loan offers made for Yande. Okay, sick. But Cremonense said no. So I mean, Oh, Shigehiro might be tough to move. Yonde, Racing de Santander. Please tell me you're going to accept that. You can be a squad player in the top league here. Or a regular starter at Cardiff, who was 19th in the championship. I'm going to accept those two. You can go to one of those two places. I don't want to send you to the second division right now. That just doesn't seem foolish. I'm not going to try to tweak the playing time up. We just want to find a place that he would want to go. That is the issue. Really, is we got to find a place that he would want to go. And Shigehiro as well. And I think there's the kid on the. I think I still have him on the youth team. I got to go down there. Did I move him up? Maybe I moved him up to the B team or something. Where's Wahiro? He's somewhere, and I want to find him. Fernando, Jimmy Blom, Nino Vujak. Such a wonderful youth team here that we have. How's Marcos doing? He's existing. Ifeanyi Samuel, getting better. Still a bad defensive player. Enrique Zubiaga. And Abdu Oto'o, who's got that super fun loan move coming. Where is the Japanese guy, though? Did I move? Is he on the first team? How can it be this hard to find a Japanese guy in Spain? Okay, he's the only one there. Arihiro Wamura. I just decided to leave him. I did. Okay. I decided to leave him there. Beautiful. I can work with that. Get rid of the knotted club. Right? And let's get, take a look at some of these guys. Mansurbek Holmatov, Tomoyuki Shigehiro. Song Seong-jin did get a loan offer. Blessed be thy South Korea. We're barely in the wage budget and everything, but we're not nearly as screwed as we have been in the past, Chad. We have been very screwed in the past with that stuff. We're very okay now. Lira has played one match for Sunderland in the Prem. Well, play him more, man. Play him more. That was the loan he wanted. I'm not responsible for how little he's playing. That was the loan that he wanted. Now, we have the draw for the cup today. Did I just skip over the inbox message? Oh, yeah, I did. 50% of the time I'm reading the inbox messages. 50% of the time I'm just clicking through it. Real facts. Yeah, I mean, that's not good. But like somebody said, you got to get the hard part out of the way. Yo, John Geary just moved for 19 million. What do I get? We get 251,000. For the Abbas Jahangiri move to Lyon for $19 million. Nice. We didn't have a sell on, I don't think. We've negotiated those into some of our transfers, but it was not on Abbas Jahangiri, who is now headed to the top French league. Good. I'm just glad to see, he's gotten himself out of the Spanish second division, which is where we sold him to. We sold him down there for $20 million. So they didn't make any money on that sale. Dude, we don't want Barcelona right now. They're terrifying. Good for John Yuri. Yeah, that's a good move. That's one of those moves you see, you see your former player make and you're like, happy for you, man. Happy for you. Knew you could play at that level. For some reason, teams like that didn't show you interest when you were here. But he's like the absolute anchor of that national team, too. Dude, we haven't even played a match. And now Sarai wants to come talk to me about his play. Like, I literally got a heads up 2 days ago. Here's Tondela. Top Portuguese league. Okay, would he want to play there? That would be a great spot for Manzurbek Holmatov. That would be an outstanding spot for Holmatov. After the meeting with the coaching staff, they suggest giving Raul Sarai the playing time he wants. Here's the thing. Already got a few of these, right? Knifin, Cesar, Mbambo, Villalba, and Kiar. We've got 5 playing time promises that we are balancing on the edge of a knife here. And we're doing a good job of balancing them, right? But it's frustrating that we have such an imbalanced squad when it comes to playing time expectations because I think the quality outstrips the reputation. And so we are going to, I think we do need to move 1 or 2 guys. Now, our midfield is pretty thin overall, right? It's Casado, Gerard, Sarai, and then whoever the 4th guy is. Where is he? Sessa. We have Revert and Saviro Havakote that can step into the midfield. There's also Kelvin and Mbambo who can step into the midfield and are more aggressive setups. He's pretty influential, I think, too. He's been here a couple of years. Yeah, he's in the highly influential players section. It's just he's stuck on star player, and he was when he signed for us, but it does not feel like he is now a star player on this team, And so I would love if randomly this coach could talk him out of it, but that's not going to happen. So he's indignant. My playing time has not reflected my supposed star player status. Well, what are we going to do about that, chat? What are we going to do about that? We technically could satisfy this playing time thing pretty easily because, we do not have a playing time promise to a midfield player right now. Only 18 months left in his contract. It's not worth it. Yeah, I'm going to try and compromise, but the compromise takes it all the way down to squad player, which, he's not going to accept. Look to sell you as soon as I can for the good of your career. I might actually just put it. I might just stand 10 toes down and tell him, look, I can't give you star player. I'm going to sell you. I might just go 10 toes down and be like, Raul, we're going to move you.
Nice.
There you go. Now he's like, no, that won't be necessary. I just want to play. So he's a little upset about his playing time, but he doesn't want to leave. Okay. That can, if I can at least kick the can into the off season where, transfers are always better in the summer than they are in January in terms of like the amount of money that's available and everything. I'm a little concerned that we're not getting anything for Shigehiro. This dude's got, it's just what he wants. He's a high paid player that thinks he's an impact sub with the first team, and he is a good player. I just wanted him to get a year or two of seasoning playing somewhere else and getting good development. So naturally, I launched him to Leeds, where he played 17 matches, but all off the bench. And we figured we'd be able to get something better than that the second half of the season. But we're struggling right now. I think as we get towards the end of the window, hopefully something comes available that wasn't previously, but holy. I'll tell you what, Sarai's going to be difficult to unload because he really wants to stay here, but I'm going to offer him out once. I'm going to go ahead and offer him out once. Oh my goodness, what did the board just reduced something. My transfer budget was literally like 60 million. They also just literally took my wage budget to zero. What just happened? Our budget was positive not that long ago. What just happened? We have 30 million expenditure this month. I think we might have just hit a or no, we have 97. Did we just hit like some payouts or something? Yeah, we had 78 million in transfer expenditure. For what?
Get money laundered.
Canyetes is paid in August. Did we just sign somebody that I forgot about? Like, what do we... I signed Jean Carlos for... all of the... I think all of these hit. It's 27, 19, and 21. For Carlos, Andres, and Nava. Gerard was... This was August. We paid that a long time ago. But we were good for this money. We literally had like 50 million left of the transfer budget. Well, that's goofy. That's goofy. Now we'll be fine. We're not actually broke. We have a ton of money that comes in every offseason, over 100 million alone for being in La Liga. And we're sitting on an incredibly valuable team of players. It's just frustrating because it shrinks our ability to maneuver. All right, who am I playing? Valencia. Right. Now, yeah, like they could have waited to the end of the transfer window to do that. They just randomly decided to do it now. It's no fun. They didn't reduce my percentage of, like, my percent revenue retention, right? Honestly, don't even know how to see our percent transfer revenue retention right now, but I know that it's good. Do 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 do. All right, we're gonna play this style. Who's here? We got Besiktas coming up next. Do, 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 do. All right, Knifin. Prove something to me, Knifin. Prove something to me. Literally anything. Guy has not been able to do diddly squat for a while. Oh, I also don't have I don't have Vialva on wide forward. I should have Vialva on wide forward. That's my bad. All right, don't let a good run of form come to an end here. Exact revenge on Valencia. Also, that didn't seem to go that well, so I have faith in you. I have lots of faith in you. We have to change Vialva going in. First match of the stream. That was a weird torpedoing from the board there. Bizarre.
20 months, goddamn.
It's not really that.
We're
not really that in bad. We're not in that bad of a financial position. Negative 34 million as a balance in January is not bad. I think they're just still worried because of the reputation of the team and whatever that like we won't be a regular European contender in terms of their budget and everything. That's really the only explanation. But another year of getting into Europe and this time getting back into the Champions League would obviously totally solve that. Totally solve that. Scared to hit him. Sell the board. True. We can make a lot of money if we just sold the board. PG, thank you for the 20 months. Thanks, Jeff Bezos. Keep doing you. Z got me into FM, and I've not looked back since. I am so sorry for providing the addiction, dude. It's a good start to this match, by the way. Evan, thank you so much for the 7 months. I'm not going to lie. I did expect more money to come in through sales, though, in this window. We had a lot of different guys that were drawing interest, and we've received, like, precious... Oh, I didn't change Vialva's role. Oh, goodness. We've received, like, very few actual offers for those guys. Ruben Sosa is the most surprising. Everybody's always really interested in him when it's not the transfer window. And once the window opens, they, like, aren't. Oh, this is looking good! Oh, that was blocked. I like that little ball back by Vialva, though. That was pretty saucy. That was a pretty saucy ball. I'm not going to overpraise them. I just told Knifin to show me something. Dude's dropping a 6.3 right now. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh, Sosa, what? Definitely don't want him to make that worse. Get Ejihiri in. Was that there at halftime and I didn't see it, or did the dude literally pull a muscle jogging onto the field for the second half? Villalba. Well, we got him pinned in, that's for sure. Oh, there's a run there. There's a run there! There you go. There you go. I just had to keep chirping him. I had to keep making fun of him, and then he was going to score. All I had to do was bully him to success. All we had to do was bully him. Lucas Knifin. This is very good tactically. Takes that run inside. Cañete lets it develop. One touch. Places to choose from. Dangerous player in front of goal. Very dangerous player in front of the goal. Up to a 6.8 with a goal. Incredible. Sub! Kiar, get Villalba. And then we're going to start getting a feel for Luis Miguel Navas. And Knifin's coming out anyways, wherever the... Is Mbambo hurt again? I think Mbambo's hurt again. So that's it. That's fun. Casado, you're off. Sarai, you're moving to the playmaking spot. Yeah, okay. One sub left. Gerard, Kiar, Navas. We're already set up to be able to control the match. We weren't even in our more aggressive, like, more pressing tactic here. We're showing some respect to Valencia. Nice knifing. Andre Gerard. Leo Versalis. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. Take him to school. He did, actually. Jens Kjær. Oh, what a ball. That has to be a goal. Oh, wow. Kjær did so well. Cañete can't believe he's missed that. Oh, that was good. That was really good. That was a really good play. All right, we got one more sub. Who's struggling? Whose legs are heavy? Right wing. Havakote. Great option off the bench for a last 15-minute run. Playmaker, goal threat, all an, out and out dangerous man, Sipairo Havakote. All right, Gerard. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Now get it wide and run. Back to the middle. Yes. Yes. Oh, they're open. Defensive breakdown, and Cañete scores. Look, Barcelona is going to be so hard to catch in the league, but we just got to keep putting up wins. Because you know what solves all problems, including our board deciding to get rid of our entire budget? Winning. Winning solves all those problems. Just win matches. Yeah, that was so bad. Their defense and goalkeeper on that play deserve whatever the opposite of the Medal of Honor is. That was atrocious. You're only 1 point behind? Yeah, but I think they have a match in hand. Unless they're actively losing right now. Which they're not. Then it's just match in hand. Because they're 4 points ahead of us. They lost the day before? We're winning the league. Who loses a fourth match in the league this year? It was orange. Oh, cool. I'm about to pay out $2 million for Havakote's transfer also. Glad they got rid of my budget before that. He was trying to play through a broken hand. We got to send him to a specialist 5 to 6 weeks with a broken left hand. All right, well, look, this is why we have the goalkeepers we have. We have a good backup. Ejahiri is a good backup. We do not hate Ejahiri. Cañete suspended for the next league match. We had a lot of yellow cards in that match. That last match, there was a lot of yellows. Now Otero rumors. We always get these Otero rumors. Samu Andres doing well at Celtic. Good. Samu Andres is a good player. 61 million is laughable, by the way. Absolutely not. Just the value of players fluctuates so wildly in this game. Rubio. Latest, greatest. No, wait. Rubio, come on. Come on, man. He's unhappy. Like, it's just, it's so stupid. He's not expecting anything from me at the moment, but he's going to come to me and talk to me about it in a couple of days. Honestly, I'm not kidding. The lack of injuries that we have suffered after a couple of years of having really massive injury issues has really hurt our squad playing time structure. The lack of injuries that we have suffered has really hurt. We're like lost without all of those injuries. All right, now we are getting our Asian Cup scouting. Ready? Well, first we have 5 guys from Southern Europe. Perikles Kaznalkidis. Omar Yahya. Did that guy not on my short list? I think I was at least keeping an eye on Yahya. He's a good player. Saurincio Nunnally. Ivan Baldassare. All right. And then Carl Nicole. PSG kid on loan. Seems like PSG's not really valuing him that much. His contract might be running out. Ongoing focus priority. Andres Bonilla from Envigado in Colombia. Maybe if somebody had found him before now. Victor Manuel Palacios. No. No. All right. Agent offers. Jason Cartwright. That brings us to our Asian Cup scouting. Hassan Achwi of Lebanon. No. Moses. He's back. Zahir Kir, Werder Bremen, Lebanon. Abaz Rasulov, Uzbekistan national
Hey Zed,
team.
how's things?
And
I don't
Danaska
remember if
Strata,
I
Czech.
asked you this before. What do you plan on doing when or if you retire? Also, since Portugal didn't win the World Cup, if you ever find yourself there, I'd be happy to take you to eat a Francesina.
I like the way TTS said that. That was really good. What do I plan on doing when I'm retiring? Or when I retire? I can't say I've ever really thought about it. I do a lot of the things that I love right now. So, I probably won't live in New York. I'll probably live someplace quiet. But that's really the only change that I could imagine. Nadiryan Akramov, 19-year-old right back at OK MK in Uzbekistan. Okay. Okay. That's where he is. Zafar Adrahimov. Firdavs Orapov, Ceska Moscow. It's actually very solid. A very solid player. Kim Choi Jin. John Choi Ryung. Kim Ji Sung. This is North Korea's players. Olugbek Kudaibergenov. That's a no. Hyun Jun Hyuk. Striker that's been picked up by Liverpool. I'm looking for those two, the two 16-year-olds, dude. I want both those guys to be nuts. I want a 16-year-old Tajik striker who's just absolutely, for lack of a better word, bonkers. Oh, he's transferring? Oh, he's joining Brighton. Okay, well, that doesn't really help then. Lucas, 21-year-old goalkeeper from Sao Paulo. Sebastiano Guglieri, Bayern Munich has purchased. We still haven't been able to get a full report on Guglieri. Friggin' Bayern was able to scout him and sign him before we even knew what hit us. Alvaro Montero, Wolfsburg, 27. Has EU nationality or something that counts as EU nationality for me. Consistent, likes big matches, fairly professional player. He's a hell of a player. He goes to the yes list. Alessandro Andrea. Look, you guys are just a distraction from my Asian Cup scouting, where there is inevitably going to be a wonder kid, okay? Let me get to the wonder kid. Can't sign any of you guys anyways. All right, Caesar Salad Sanchez, I'm done. Yazir Mahdi, how's he doing? We sold him to Anderlecht for a lot of money. And he's playing regularly. I would hope Anderlecht is happy with that. $21.5 million after we signed him for free. So we've done incredible business. Yvonne, I would try to sign you if I had the money that I used to have a week ago. I don't have that now. Chat, hi, I'm a first-time chatter. Dude, it makes me so happy how many people just waved back. What's up, Grins? Welcome to the stream. Dorks, thank you so much for the Prime. Enjoy the bacon, enjoy the emotes, enjoy the lack of ads, and thanks for spending $5 at Jeff Bezos' money. Same to you, Callum. Bertrand Zeilmans. I think I keep old Bertram on the list just because he's so incredibly tall. Gregoire Leclerc. Jorge Rodriguez. Where are my Asian Cup dudes? Do we have no Asian Cup dudes here at all?
So you'll be streaming FM 2060 from somewhere remote like Uzbekistan or Cape Verde. Got it.
I don't know, dude. I'm not, like... Streaming used to be my bread and butter, and it was, like, my main thing. Streaming has more and more transitioned into something that I do for fun. Not that I ever did it not for fun, right? But there isn't the, like, absolute requirement to do it anymore. And it really is something that I just do, like, for fun. But obviously when things like the World Cup come around and we get really busy with all the other stuff we're doing, we're not able to stream as much. I never viewed myself as somebody like I Show Speed that's going to be walking around with a camera all the time, you know. I love getting on and gaming with you guys. But, yeah. Can't wait for Champions League first round qualification. Yeah, but I have not kept up with that as well as you probably would have hoped. That's probably also not surprising considering the World Cup was going on. But, all right, Kamai has a very long way to go, but he is rated incredibly highly. Patrick Linson. Tomasz Kozak. Okay, I don't think any other Asian Cup guys are going to be here. I think this is all just from our short list at this point. That makes me so much less excited. Just a bunch of short list normies instead of Asian Cup chads. You know what I'm saying? Looking forward to seeing you sing at the next World Cup final. True. Henrik Muller. Oh, he's not 5-star anymore. He's not 5-star anymore. That dude had been 5-star every time we'd seen him. How embarrassing. Morten Skovby. I'll tell you what, man, you are getting worse and worse every time I see you. You are getting worse and worse every time I see you. Saeed Al-Sadi, 19. Oh, wait. We've got some guys from the Asian Cup. Omani, 19-year-old center back, Saeed Al-Sadi. Plays at Dhofar in Oman. Yep. Mohammed Al-Ajmi. Got some of our Oman scouting done. Hussein Al-Ajimi. He is bad. I'm not going to lie. He's bad. Oh, that's just 17 marking. Outstanding. Oh,
Whatever
Palestine.
Makes you happy, Zed,
Palestine,
chase your dreams.
Oh, it's Yemen.
Chat will be cheering you on. On another note, can't wait to see Euro 2028. Portugal's new coach will rise to meme stardom and we'll win it all. Probably.
You think? Oh, this is Palestine. Where is the 16-year-old? That kid looked really good. Loe Jabeur looks fine. Guy plays for Persija Jakarta in the Indonesian league. Love that. Marwan Dalla. He's 19. Where, dude, come on. Don't give me the Chinese. Don't switch over to the Chinese, guys. I need the 16-year-old Palestinian. Zubo. Hassan Al-Mohanadi. Okay, this guy's actually pretty decent. Pretty decent physical center back. All right. Use list view. No, I like it unveiling one at a time. It helps me stay focused on the guys that maybe I should focus on. Problem is these guys come from a nation that would be considered non-EU for me, so Qatar's even harder for me to sign from. So I'm not really going to stay optimistic about these guys. And then João Gomes. He's got a hell of a brain. And his brain needs to be studied by science, but he doesn't enjoy big matches, so we can toss him in the sea. All right, Holmatov has accepted his loan. That's good. Manzurbek Holmatov has accepted his loan. Off you go. Abdul Ato'o has accepted a loan to go play, what, second division in France? Yeah. That's a guy we found scouting AFCON, starting striker for Gabon at 17. And he ends up being somebody that we're pretty excited about. Yeah, I think Raul Sarai is he's going to be an interesting guy to try and unload here. Because I don't think he really wants to go anywhere. There's like no interest in him at this time. There's absolutely nobody sniffing around Sarai. It's clear that he really does not want to leave at all. So we'll explore that this offseason. Brother, and this Aaron Ruiz guy sucks. He's a guy that I've signed, and I'm like, oh, he has like a potential and a chance to maybe be something. You know, like maybe let's loan him out. And then we have spent, half a year trying to loan him out. We get a pretty solid loan offer from Alaves that's literally La Liga. And it's not the first time he has turned down a loan. He's just one of those guys that is not he is really of the belief that he is going to break into the first team any day now. Well, I mean, we just don't have the facilities to go after all these guys. Unfortunately, Andre Guerrero is going to be picked up by Fulham, it would appear. Kamal Chowie? I like Kamal Chowie. Always thought he was a little better than what his ratings from my staff said. At least a guy that can, he plays pretty regularly for the B team. All right, Song Seong-jin headed to Granada in the Spanish second division. I'm very curious to see how he does with that. I'm very glad that he's accepted it to give him the opportunity to go get some solid match experience in Spain. All right, the old no offers for Shigehiro. We love it. We love it. We love it. We love it. Transfer deadline day is in 1 week. I'm just glad it's at a normal time now. Lopes Teixeira has transfer interest. Well, I wouldn't want to do that. We just bought him for $22 million, and his value is not like too high. I wouldn't want to do it. All right. Maybe I'm interested in this Cesar deal. Maybe. Can't see anybody making an offer right now. There is interest, though, so watch this space. I'm watching the space. That's where the question came from. You absolute cheddar cheese. Okay. Him and friggin' Shigehiro, man. Yeah, Danny Avonde, I can't offer out because he's so butthurt about potentially leaving. We've been waiting for the big one for Danny for years, dude. I like how on that screen it said his value is $115 million, and then I click off it and it's 58 to 72. We've been waiting for the splash offer for Danny Avonde for years. It's never arrived. It has never arrived. Gotta love all my playing time promises, dude. I don't think I've ever had more playing time promises at any one time. I don't think I've ever had more interest in just a bunch of random players on my team while receiving basically no transfer offers for them. It's been a very weird year transfer-wise. I think we got most of the guys that we wanted, guys like Gerard we were happy with, and obviously, you know, we've splashed for a couple of guys. Okay. We are in Europa League. Ovi Ejihiri, and then we're going to have to B-team for goalkeeper. We don't have another goalkeeper? U19? Just for a backup. Probably Sergio. If I'm remembering these different names, I think Sergio's the best one. So, Sergio, good news. Just because of the rules and the setup of the B team right now, you are the backup goalkeeper for Ovi Ejihiri. Defensively, we're going to go with Savona, Salvador, and Gutierrez. Gagnete, I mean, okay. Rubio, go. Cesar, go. We're going to load our, actually, are we home? No, we're away, right? No, we're home. We're definitely going attacking then. We are definitely going attacking. And that means I'm going to go Sarai deep, Havakote there. And that gives us the opportunity to put Kjaren, to put Vialvin as the striker. And we can also run Knifin as a wide player here. Do a little wide overload. That gives us an opportunity to put 4 guys with playing time promises on the field with an opportunity to play. So, and then we're going to drop for Salas and have Van Rooyen and Cañete as the guys off the bench for this match. Okay. Feels good to me because Europa League, we're not quite guaranteed top 8, but we're almost guaranteed top 8. Navas cannot be registered for this match. Oh, I have unavailable thing tab. Sorry, my bad. Oh, am I going to take Aaron Ruiz? No. No, I'm not going to take Aaron Ruiz. I am not rewarding Aaron Ruiz for him being an idiot. I am not doing that. I refuse to do that. All right, Europa League, baby. If we can get a win here, we guarantee a top 8 finish and a straight book ticket to the last 16. A draw is actually good enough, but... At home in North Africa, it's UD Melilla in a European night against Beşiktaş of Turkey. 2 of the top 3 teams in the Europa League table going head-to-head under the lights at the Pingis. Oh! 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 Let's go, boys. Come on now. Here we go. Europa League. Europa League. Take advantage of your opportunity today. We got a couple of guys out there with an opportunity to impress. Take advantage of that opportunity. Take advantage of that chance. Good start, good start. Nice. Villalba, surely not going to just go all the way here. Not like he had a lot of other options, though. I'm not going to be too hard on him for just attacking and shanking. I love that. If we can get a goal, that'll make us favorites to win. Hey, Raul. Hey, Villalba. Get fired up, man. Let me see a little bit more than what I've seen so far. Let me see a little bit more. We've been the better team. We haven't given up a shot on target. I need more. A thrilling first half. World Cup final worthy, chat. A World Cup final worthy half of ball. Okay. Fine, I'll make some changes. Gerard, you're in. Avacote seems to be finding more success anyways there. Lopes, Teixeira, you're going to come in and try and get us the win here. Looking through the defense, we got some nerves on the right side of the defense with Savona, and even more nerves for some reason from Avande. So let's put Ferreros in there. He's looking like he's got the right mindset. Those are the changes right now. Andre Gerard, Allison Lopes, Teixeira, and Ferreros. To keep the back line steady. We normally put him on the other side, so this is a rare right-sided appearance for Ferreros. All right, they are obviously going to keep playing the game this way. So we're going to make a change that's going to turn this into a really aggressive 4-2-3-1. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring in Casado for Gutierrez. And then we're going to move Havacote up and Casado up. And then move over. And we're doing like a really aggressive 4-2-3-1. They're playing so deep. And then what I want to do is just switch Gerard and Casado. And both you guys are just playing basic center back now. I'm going to switch those two. So Ferreros on the left, Salvador on the right. It's going to keep them a little bit more comfortable. We have 2 stoppages, 2 subs. So I think I'm actually going to save my last sub just to see how this unfolds real quick. Oh, or we just score now. Salvador! Just not a lot of highlights here. Just not a lot of highlights. Well, is there anybody with offensive juice that we have left? Cañete, of course. We're going to bring in Cañete for Rubio just because Cañete is such a good offensive player. Especially with his athleticism in the last couple of minutes. Vamos! To a highlight somewhere. We have literally outshot them 20-4. You're telling me we can't find a highlight here. That's crazy. I just want to see the... Are we on commentary only, dog? Come on. I just want to see the game. How do you put this lineup and not get, like, more than one highlight? In the whole game. with such an aggressive early adjustment. Whatever. The draw guarantees, the draw, it doesn't necessarily guarantee anything, but I think we're fine. Whatever, dude. Whatever with that. I'm literally going to sell you, Aaron. I'm going to sell. I don't want you clogging up my B team, Doug. I've got other guys that are taking those B team minutes, all right? Why are you starting? I mean, Eustace played a lot of matches, right? Okay, yeah. He's played 22 matches down in the second division this year. Why are we starting Daniel? I hate Daniel, dude. Daniel's been fool's gold for years. Why is this sap getting minutes? I'm going to send him to the B team. I think he fits in it with lots of room to spare. I'm just going to yeet him to the B team. If that guy doesn't, if he's not going to take a loan anywhere, he could have taken a loan to play. And this is not registered. Oh, probably just have to hit continue once. I have to hit continue once. The match wasn't technically over yet in the back-end code of the game. Yeah, there we go. Ruiz moved. Melilla failed to make chances. Yeah, we outshot him 20-4. They literally didn't hit the target. But we have qualified for the last 16.
Play the Tingus Pingus audio. Praying gesture emoji.
I have like a bunch of audio stuff tagged here. Oh, that's not it. Oh. I don't know if I have the Tingus Pingus right now. I don't know if I can find it. Yo, Castle Bravo! Thank you for the 10 gifted subs, dude! The 10 gifted subs right as we're putting it down. Let's put it down again! Yeah! Thank you. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs, Castle Bravo. Thank you for making 10 people's days. If you got a gifted sub, be sure to say thank you. If you don't say thank you, you get banned. I don't make the rules. That's just how it works. But Willie, I actually don't think I have it loaded up right now. I thought I had it loaded up right now, but I just don't. I don't, unfortunately. Oh, Livy B rated. Dude, Livy rated 20 minutes ago and I didn't notice. Oh my God. I gotta text her right now. Oh no. All right. I feel terrible. I didn't notice at all, dude. Yeah, the Europa League run behind me is definitely really close, but we're running second behind Man City. We've stayed ahead of Besiktas and Fenerbahce. We have our last match is away at Inter, and they kind of need that as well. St. Willie hungry for success, I'm sure. Gonzalo Iguado. Stockport County. They've made a loan offer for Nino Vucak. Nino Vucak, who we signed for $6 million and have since deployed with our B team, and yet somehow, for some reason, Nino Vucak is not playing at all with our B team. I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought he was, but Alexi Gallardo is holding down the wingback spot. All right. What position do they want him to play? Defender on the right. I'm trying to teach him how to play wingback, but he's not. He's just doesn't have the job. His wingback is awkward. Got to learn it to play my system, but it is obvious to me that Nino should go out on this loan. Yes, Yonde accepted his loan. That's one of those guys that he's pretty picky about where he wants to go out on loan, but he's accepted his loan to join Racing de Santander in the top Spanish league. That is a great loan for Abel Yonde. Hopefully he's able to earn a good amount of playing time over the rest of the season. That's a good loan. That's a good loan. And, we're getting a little fee for it as well, but that's not that much of concern. That's a good loan. All right, we've gotten rid of the guys that are not at the club. Shigehiro and Giancarlos are the two guys that we have to deal with. Carlos is... We're hanging on to him because we thought we might get an offer for somebody, but that offer is obviously not materializing. Somebody like maybe a Gianmarco Villalba. Dude, this offseason we are going to have a reckoning because guys like Sarai and Villalba are not under contract for the next phase of life, I would say. But, they've got that experience. They've been here for years. Villalba's also now 22. Somebody said check his big matches. And he relishes big matches, apparently. So that is actually an argument that works in favor of keeping Gianmarco Villalba around the team. It's just, when you got those guys stuck on star player, it hurts your ability. I really don't like going above regular starter. That's where I tend to end up with problems, is when I go above regular starter. Then I'm not having a good time. I don't know. We're fighting for that Shigehiro loan. I think I can loan Giancarlos pretty easily. We'll see. And I also could just B-team him for 6 months. He's like breakthrough prospect level, even though he's an outstanding player. I would like for him to be involved in the first team. We just already have 3 foreign player spots taken. Now, Villalba is about to become Spanish. He's about to get EU nationality, which I think actually changes his value. I think it actually makes his value much higher. Like, in the mechanics of the game. Because we signed him in January 2 years ago. So that EU spot is coming and will open up. The problem is, I think we signed him on, deadline day, so he's not going to, we aren't going to have the ability for him to... I have no idea what I'm talking about. Just literally do not even listen to me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. He's already an EU national. It just happened. We now can register Giancarlos if we, sell, move, anybody. Do not listen to me. It's happening right now. He got EU nationality basically instantly. He wanted to become an EU national, which is very smart of him. He's been on the team for 2 years as of, literally today. In my experience, they normally take a long time to get it. Or we had that one off season where it looked like it was glitching out because we had 3 guys and none of them got it for 2 months, right? He has instantly gotten his EU nationality. Gianmarco Villalba is now an EU player. That is pretty sweet. That is pretty freaking sweet. And Gian Carlos. So, I mean, if anybody moves, we have an opening for Gian Carlos. How many games has Revert gotten? Really not that many. I wanted one of these teams to actually offer for Cesar, but they never have. The only transfer offer we've gotten this whole window is Bungani Van Rooyen. Maybe we explore that if we can get anything over 30. Bro, the sick double injury just came across the desk. Wow. The partially torn Achilles for Salvador. Okay. Bro, this guy, he's Knifin has gotten a bruised toe and he's out 7 to 11 days. What did he drop a sledgehammer on it? Look, Salvador, just focus on that recovery, man. That is brutal. A partially torn Achilles is that's tough. So Knifin is now out 3 to 11 days with a nasty bruise on his toe. Salvador is out 2 to 3 months. All right, and they join Ruben Sosa, who's out with a broken hand. And you know what? I'm getting what I wished for. I'm getting the injuries and the suspensions, and they're starting to come through. They heard me asking for injuries, and they were like, "Yo, what if we just took the entire team out?" And I'm like, "Hey, solid idea, man. Solid idea." I'm going to put him on the loan list, but I am not going to offer him out for loan. So if somebody is able to make an offer that compels Mateo Nava, I'm intrigued. This is a problem. Shigehiro, not wanting to go on loan is a problem. I don't know what to do about it. Other than to just keep offering him out for loan and then hope that, the offer materializes as we get towards the end of the window and somebody gets desperate. I'm not required. I will pay his entire wage. You just have to be able to convince him that he should go there. That is the only question to the loan process for them. How's NGA doing? He's got decent potential, but a very long way to go. And in that sense, not well. Still has a very long way to go. All right, Al-Sad, Chase, Van Rooyen will then make an offer. I want an offer for somebody on my team. There's Rubio. Great. All right, we want to keep Rubio. I still think he's a good player that does well for us and obviously knows the club in and out. Frustrated the fact I'm not getting the playing time. Again, this is absurd, by the way. That he's having playing time issues when he's literally playing at an impact sub level. It's absurd. So we're locking in a Rubio playing time promise. Half my team's going to be under a playing time promise at some point. What happened to the janitor? We sold him. I can't remember how much we sold him for. But we sold the janitor. He never really played. He never got any better, and he never really played for us. He never got into the first team picture. Lopes Teixeira on the move. Dude, he signed for us. Oh, interesting. He's extremely interested in Manchester City. Well, I asked for an offer for somebody. Oh, dude, 37 million up front is tough. I'm going to get rid of percent profit of next sale. 37 million up front is tough. It's kind of psycho. All right, then after league appearances. He's under contract till 2039, so I can wait him out, and his release clause is plenty high enough. I'm not worried about losing him, even though he's like unsettled. I'm gonna reject the offer. Oh, you know, he actually hasn't come to me yet. All right, anything north of 30 for Van Royen, well, we're gonna have to negotiate. I know we're gonna have to negotiate it up. We had an offer for 50 million for him last year, and they were like, you know what? Let's not. I knew they were. They're not going to want to negotiate. These guys, on the other hand, have wanted him for a long time. 20 plus 20. 5. We accepted the offer. He didn't. Last year, we accepted the offer for 51 million, and then he was like, I don't want to go. And we were like, okay. Damn you, Shigehiro. Seems to be our one failure in the turnover right now. Celta Vigo's in 15th. We are going to come out and play aggressive in this match. Also, let me go back to our promises. Kiara unhappy with the playing time. We're gonna have some time at the back end to address that. Everybody else is finding their time acceptable. We're definitely not going to lose Ruben Sosa because he's now actively broken his hand. All right, let me get rid of the unavailables. Calvin Mbambo still working his way back into full training. Okay. We're going to take Lopes Teixeira and put him up there. Oh, yeah, Knifen's hurt. It's like, where's Knifen? He's got a stubbed toe or whatever it is. Can't find inside forward to save my life. All right. Villalba on the right, Kiar on the left, Lopes Teixeira in the middle. It's not a look that we've shown too much, actually. We are going to go with, where's Sessa? Wants to join City. Is there a bigger club? They haven't even really unsettled him there. City's lowballing. They're lowballing. All right, Nava's going on the bench. Oh, we're actually just out of dudes. We have enough injuries. We are just straight up out of dudes. Let me go to the B team. Yeah, we'll just take Yuste up. Start getting him more and more of a taste of the first team. Getting him that experience. All right, boys, keep the intensity up. I know we're distracted by the transfer window, but every league match is important. This is on the road. Could use a good performance here. Oh, a little snow. Oh, some flurries in the air in La Liga. Hello, Celta Vigo. Inter is next. Yes, we're already guaranteed top 8, though. So I think we'd be more invested in this league match. Because our only trophy so far at the top level in this sport is the Spanish Super Cup we have won. pretty miraculously. We have never won Copa del Rey. We've obviously never won La Liga. We are in the race for La Liga right now. With 18 matches to go. On even match day, we're a point behind the top of the league, so. We need good showings. We need good showings. Great Wall of Melilla out there. Villalba playing a little inside forward, which I feel like he might be born to play. But we gave up some decent chances early in this match. You know, it is an African side here. The snow is not friendly territory. Got to be there. Got to be on one of these. There's no way we're letting them win that ball 3 times in a row. Where's the intensity? There's no way we're letting them win that ball 3 times in a row. Cesar, how many times are you going to get beat on one play, dude? Is the real question. All right, is this our highlight anyways? That'd be crazy. I just watched Cesar. Cesar had generations of his family get embarrassed on that play. Where is the intensity? We're coming out with our more intense setup. We're supposed to be creating good stuff with our more intense setup. Any day now, Ovi. You know what? That's a sick ball. Love it. Absolutely love it. Rubio. The tidal wave of guys in the other half of the field. If he'd hit a ball in the area, he's got it there. Lopes to Shera. Oh, man. That clipped the post, apparently. Yeah, that's more what we're supposed to do. And then we can dribble wide, play it straight down the line. Press is broken. Oh! Got to be able to get that ball up. Jens. Because there is that space there. The other side of the field, they leave so open. This is a problem. Yeah. Subs! Versailles and Avocote going. Making a statement. We're yanking some guys in the first half. Wholly unacceptable performance against a team in the bottom third of the league. I don't care if it's snowing and we're on the road. Avocote. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah! Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, we did all the hard parts. How did that not end up in the net? It's what I want from Avocote. He comes in, instantly is making a difference with his quality. Show a bit of desire. We're not playing hard. We're not playing like we want to win the game. Show a bit of desire. I need to see more from you guys in this half. Actually, I'm going to stay balanced for like 10 minutes. Like, we're giving them opportunities because we're not playing with the right amount of intensity. And I am seeing some bad performances from some guys out there. Herrera should have gotten a foot on that. Oh, now, oh my God. Good save, Ovi! Good save by Ovi Ejahiri. Sub! Give me you, stay. Nava. Go in. We're going to give some kids a chance. Yeah. Nava making his first team debut, and Alejandro Yuste making his La Liga debut. Good save by Ejihiri. What are we doing, bro? Really played terribly, like defensively. No control of the game whatsoever. But it doesn't matter if we can make the plays in the key moments. It does, however, matter if we throw the ball to the wrong team, which we have just managed to do, sparking a furious counterattack that fortunately ends in a very bad shot. Let's try not throwing the ball to the wrong team is like a good, way to start building ourselves back into this match. And avoid the massive disappointment we seem to be careening towards at Mach 11. Sub. Okay. Who's been the worst of the three defenders? Look at Avonda. All right, we're going to move Sessa up and just use his body as like a target to play off of. And have a Kote up there as well. And then Sarai's still going to be finding passes, but we want Casado's like passing in this area to be able to open things up. So we're bringing in Mark Casado technically. We're just moving Sessa up to the forward line. Cooking up something to get some pressure on their goal. Something that is definitely going to allow us to look for a target forward. Play off Sessa. He's a big physical guy. We have great numbers around him to find a second ball. I'm really disappointed with the lack of highlights we're creating in the last couple of matches. I mean, it's like everybody on the front line just isn't able to create anything. Oh, come on. Good job. Good job, Ovi. Oh my goodness! Havakote! Oh, it works like magic! Oh, it's beautiful! What a header by Sessa! And Havakote walks in the equalizer! U.D. Melilla in the 90th minute, Francesco Sessa with a beautiful target forward play from Ovi Ejihiri. It is not the way Melilla normally plays, but it works like a charm. What a header by Sessa. Into space. Havakote beats the keeper. Easy as you like it. It is 1-1. I mean, I'll take the point considering how freaking poorly I feel like we played for most of this game. What a play by Sessa. Wow. I didn't. Yeah, it was not good enough. I'm not going to mince words about what we should have gotten in that game and the fact that we now have a draw against Celta Vigo on our record. But that was not good enough. And yeah, it leaves us 3 points behind Barca and at the mercy of Real Madrid's 2 matches in hand. We didn't get, yeah, Yuste and Nava, neither of them were able to express themselves in that game. I was hoping that, one of them would be able to express themselves. Leverkusen step up the chase for Ferreros. He was worth $100 million 2 weeks ago, so if he showed up with something near that, that would be awesome. Lucas Beria or Bjerga. Another amazing Dane to add to our collection. Problem is, we have no money. Gabor Fedor from Helsingborg. Tough, man. Everybody knows you should have been good, but you weren't. So we should have more Asian Cup guys in here, which will be very huge. We love an Asian Cup guy. Miguel at Alaves. He's having a good career. What ended up happening with him? He went to Benfica. Alaves bought him for $2.8 million. And he has played 21 La Liga matches this season. This is former UD Melilla Academy player who we lost for $87,000, which was unfortunate. He's one of the 2 lost gems of the Melilla Academy along with Joaquin. He was a little more painful. We basically lost him for compensation money. Mauro Mirabella. Baby steps. Joaquim Kangamba. Nikolai Dahl Sorensen. Jordan Gerber, baby. Still good. Rui Silva. Oh, his contract's not right. He's only 27. But he's valued at $100 million and is not going anywhere anytime soon. He goes on the cheaper list. João Paulo. Bayern Munich. Brazilian winger. Pretty stereotypical name, honestly. I can't believe they would do that. Just because he's Brazilian, his name has to be João Paulo. That come on, all right, that's insulting. It's insulting. Arbner Asani. Jorge Freifeld. Firuz Yusupov. This is the Tajikistan guy that was already on our short list that we already know about who plays for Ajax. The left-sided player who's quite good. And there should be other Asian Cup dudes. They're probably going to be in the backside of this report. They're going to be somewhere. Katsue Saki. That dude's Japanese. I'm telling you right now, that man is Japanese. His name is Katsue Saki. I should have looked at his nationalities. Maybe what if he has like a sneaky backdoor Japanese second nationality? Alexander Nemitz. He said Atlanta as well. He's not going to make that move. Monier Sergert Anderson. Officially done with Monier Sergert Anderson. Bayer Leverkusen Severin Schmidt. He's got a lot of growing to do, but he is very good. Brainer Varela. All right, here we go. Mohammed Diab of Lebanon. Saidi Zainal Abedin of Malaysia. Mood Fariz Ayman Azmi of Malaysia. Masood Samadi, Iran. Hassan Shafei. We tried to sign this guy, but he ended up going to Benfica instead. Ulugbek Fozilov. He's got good finishing. Uzbek, yeah. We'll give him 1 or 2 scouts. Mahmoud Tursunov, Tajikistan. Lokomotiv Moscow Academy. Saeed Matar. It's actually very good Emirati player. Like for what, you'd get like domestic out of the UAE. Good flair, knockball past opponents type of dribbler. He's not overly technical with it, but he's got some game. Mood Daniel Hakim Halimi. Izzat Al Mohanad. We still haven't seen either of the 16-year-olds, which is kind of crazy. Saad Anad. The Kuwait. I haven't really seen the Kuwaitis yet. Abdul Razak Hassan. It would be an absolute stunner if the Kuwaitis, were able to offer anything. Abdullah Al Rashidi. Oh, this guy's at Hoffenheim's B team. Nadapong Pilakun. He's aight, Do, 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 do. He's got a EU nationality as well. Sarayat Chaiman. I mean, they are the 2028 Asian champions, so there's got to be something going on in Thailand. Got to have a couple of decent players. Adnan Al Tarawne. Okay, seriously, where are the two 16-year-olds? Those are the guys I was most excited about. They both looked like they actually had some serious game. Where did they go? Not you. Abdullah Adnan. Now we're getting better. Iraq's starting left wing from Al Qawa Al Jawiya in the Iraqi league. Abdullah Jafar. Abdul Rahman Al Amari. Saeed Al Safari. I actually know Saeed Al Safari. Majid Osawi. Now we've got he's only valued at 47 million. Gotta love the I'm never. He's good, definitely good, but I'm never going to sign him with the non-EU stuff going on as well. Davoud Soleimani. I'm going to go seek out the 16-year-olds at this point because we've scouted a lot of the guys that we set out to scout in the Asian Cup, and neither of those guys have appeared. And that troubles me greatly. All right, this Syrian dude is actually good. Amar Idris, Al Wada in Syria. It's probably not going to be great, but he's definitely the best prospect that we've seen come through at this point. All right, Tajikistan had one of them, right? I'm going to go find Tajikistan's national team. Dang it! Where was the other one? Palestine. He actually still, depending on where the scouts land on his potential, could be, a good guy to get. He could be a good guy to get. Do, 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 do. All right, away against Inter in 2 days. Mamadou Traore, nice. Vinogorodsky, oh, crying out loud. It's an incredible signing by Manchester City. I have no ammunition to go after anybody at the current moment. Can't believe the board did me like that, man. I can't believe they did me like that. Boing Boing, thank you for the $6.70 super chat. Hazy, Manchester City launched a Farewell Pep office collection to auction authenticated items from his office for charity. That's actually really cool. I'll take his copy of Football Manager, please. Lazy, thank you so much for the 35 months. Eagles, you gifted 5 subs. You can buy his used whistle for 469 euros. Dude, you know that's going to the weirdest guy on the planet. You know that is going to the weirdest guy on planet Earth. The weirdest guy on planet Earth is buying that. Get his bald polish. Look, Eagles, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you for making 5 people's days. I'm sorry I didn't see that till now. We've been very locked in on what has been a stressful transfer window is the best way I would describe it. A very stressful transfer window. We've got one more shot to loan out Tomoyuki Shigehiro. I don't think it's worth it pissing him off just to get him out on loan. But I really don't want him sitting here rotting. We might be able to register him for the B team, but transfer deadline's been added. The complication of a match against Inter. We'll be fine. We're capable of handling multiple things. All right, B team, B team, B team. We did sell one of our foreign players, so I think there is actually room for Shigehiro to join the B team. I don't love that, but all right. Sunderland have made a loan approach for Revert. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this. All right, Shigehiro, go down. Okay, Mbambo's got Monaco around. Something like a deadline day sale of your captain. I want Revert to go and play at Sunderland for a little bit and then come back. Because we move Revert, we're gonna be able to register the kid from Brazil.
How's the post-World Cup hangover treating you?
Honestly, not that bad. I feel like the World Cup to me ends after the round of 16 because that ends like the all non-stop drama part of it. Shigehiro, I'm gonna move you to the B team. We're gonna see if that works. Mandatory future fee for Pablo Revert. I didn't want that. I just wanted the loan to a Premier League team. Seemed pretty sick. Can we get rid of that? Okay, sorry. Let me be more clear. Can we remove and exclude that? Okay. I would like Revert to just go play in the Premier League if that's cool. January head coach of the month. Well, we didn't even win, so we drew our last match. All right, Shigehiro moves down. La Liga dos registration. I like how Shigehiro still just doesn't appear on this screen. That's every once in a while I see something where I'm like, they knew the game was trash when they put it out. Like, there's just no way you don't know. Every once in a while you see something that's like a nice reminder. You're like, they knew. They knew the game was bad when they put it out. They just put it out anyways. God, that registration screen, it actually gives me hives. I hope Shigehiro is able to play. Aaron Ruiz isn't even popping up on that registration screen. I don't think. We juggle your options today as you currently have no room in your squad for signings. Yeah, I can't predict what's going to happen today. There's a lot of rumors around a lot of things, and Shigehiro apparently has just decided that he's gonna stay here. He is completely uninterested in loans. I wish there was a way to talk to him about this and be like, hey, you know, I know you're not interested in a loan, but like I think it would be best for your development. You absolutely should do this. I don't want to click discuss generating market interest because I feel like that's a transfer thing. Yeah, no last second offers are coming either. We really never got like even a decent we never really got even a decent offer. It's kind of crazy considering all the random interest we have. You've been linked with Michelangelo Caligiuri throughout this transfer window. Look, he's on my maybe list, but I'm leaving. I'm not even dignifying that with an answer. You clearly don't have good sources. You know how many guys I got on my freaking short list right now? Dazzo, thank you for the 72 months, though. And Dens, thank you so much for the 2 years. Appreciate you spending $5 of Jeff Bezos' money. Hell yeah, brother. Shigeru is there in the B team. Now, I mean, the coach technically finalizes the registration, not me. Why? Where is he? He's supposed to be up there. Oh, he's there. I am blind. I'm literally blind. That is 100% on me, and I was slating the game for absolutely no reason. He's literally staring right back at me. I just didn't think he was a 2-star player. But the star ratings are relative to my first team and not this team, obviously. Sorry, my bad. I was totally wrong. And Aaron Ruiz is already registered, and we're well under the registration requirements. That's everybody we would want to add to this team, right? Jean Carlos is going to be registered for the first team when that pops up at the end. Because we're just making sure the revert loan goes through. But yeah. Yes, sir. So Jimmy Blom, Owen Leonard, Fernando, Zubiaga, Yuste, a lot of guys that don't need to be registered because they're U19. And then we have some guys in the academy. All right. Shigehiro, weirdly, with his $1 million wage and foreign nationality, fits into the B team for the rest of the season. So we're going to get Tamayuki Shigehiro some playing time. I predicted a busy deadline day. Well, it's not happening. So it's definitely not happening. Where's... you guys are not registered for Europe. That's cool. Get rid of the unavailables right now. Knifin, not available. Love that. Mbambo working his way back to sharpness. Okay. Cañete on a yellow card. This match technically does not matter. Technically does not matter. So the old Rubio Cesar tandem of guys that want a little extra sauce on their playing time. little extra playing time on their sauce. We got a lot of guys with just like slight concerns. I think that really hurts us trying to like build our momentum into the back end of the season, because we have so many guys with slight concerns that our morale of like the average team we're putting out there. Otero's a little concerned because Man City was putting offers in. Van Rooyen's a little concerned because Al Saad's got, you know, a lot of money and he kind of wants to go there. Like just a lot of that stuff. Knifin failed his fitness test. Nice. Okay. Evande, Otero, Van Rooyen, Versailles, Sarai, Sessa, Revert, Havakote, Mbumbo. And I need Yuste, actually. That's what I need. Alejandro Yuste, backup striker. All right, we are on the road against Inter. We have already guaranteed a last 16 finish, so this is just a match for pride and fitness and hopefully for us to show well, which is why we're going to come out here and try and play aggressively and take it to them. It's a very important match for them. It is not an important match for us. It is cold. It is 0 degrees Celsius, 32 Fahrenheit in the San Siro. Breezy, rain, snow thing going on. This is going to be a tough match. Miguel Rubio leads the boys out of the tunnel. Our last Europa League stage match. Put on a show, boys. Put on a show. We've done really well in this competition. Now we've got the premier match of our entire draw, which is at the San Siro against Inter in the Europa League. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All day. All day. All day. Oh, 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 oh. Let's go, boys. Europa League. San Siro. Showtime. And I know this attacking setup can work. With Villalba on the right and Kjaer on the left. I know it can work. I need it to work. I desperately need it to work. Great start. I mean, we just like flurried 3 shots right at the start. Very stale performance that we survived at Celta Vigo with a point somehow. This looks like a much more energetic performance. Villalba loves big stages too. This is a big stage. Gerard, Villalba, Rubio, Villalba, Savona! Oh, he's offside. That's such a waste. Nicolo Savona back in the motherland. Back in Italy. All right, Cesar. Villalba looking. All right, well settled. Savona. Good ball, Rubio. Rubio. Envelopes to Shera! Everything but the goal there. Everything but the goal. Oi, 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 oi. Good ball. No. Well done. Gerard, Cesar, Kjaer, Passado, Gerard. Look at this. Lopes to Shera. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what a goal. That is. It's one-touch beauty all the way through. I mean, how many one-touch passes was that in a row? They've won the ball back. Villalba settles. And then Gerard I believe is the man that gets this started. Cesar. Kjaer. Cassano with the third. Gerard with the fourth. The fifth from Villalba, slipping Lopes Teixeira right in front of the goal. 5 consecutive one-touch passes, then one of the most beautiful goals you'll ever see on a massive stage in the San Siro. It is a gorgeous, ringing endorsement of the way this club has found itself near the top of the table every season. And why they are considered one of the favorites for this competition. Oh, what a goal! Gianmarco Villalba! An absolute lightning bolt! He lets it run and catches it on the short hop as well as you possibly could. Gianmarco Villalba. A man whose early tenure at this club was marked by significant injury. What a start for UD Melilla. DiNardo. Back towards McNarney. On towards King. I don't like this. They got us backed way in and they let us out. They let us get that line back out. Yeah, focus on the possession. They're inviting more pressure. They're playing a little deeper. We're kind of just going out to meet them to play the match in their half of the field. That's the way this has gone so far. Villalba's obviously been immense. Assist and a goal. Big match player. The opinions on Villalba are changing. Lopes Teixeira, Kjaer, Cesar, Gerard, Gutierrez, Cassano. This is looking pretty clinical right now. Rubio beats his man. Villalba. Back towards Rubio. Villalba through Lopes Teixeira. Somebody's going to go for it. It's Cassano! Mark Cassano with a sharp pass into the bottom corner. And my goodness. They're looking unplayable with possession in the final third right now. This is a beautiful looking play from UD Melilla. Absolutely taking it to enter on the road with a pretty rotated team. Kjaer, Gerard, Cesar, Jens Kjaer, the Dane, going for it all! Was he on? Was he onside? I thought he might have been off. Yeah, he's offside. He bent his run at like the complete wrong time. Did not come back enough. Sup? Get Mbambo in, start working those legs again. Versales. I don't do revert. Might reject the loan if I play him. Yeah, that's why I subbed you in. Superstar left back. I subbed you in so you could foul the guy. Good call, man. Genius. Well done. Exactly what we were looking for. I brought you in specifically so you could foul the guy. Oh, Ovie Jahiri! Best backup goalkeeper we've ever had. Big Ovie with a big save in the San Siro. Gets to it in the bottom corner and keeps the lead.
That's new. Are you still finding ways to bottle the league?
Can't beat the Blades. Okay, bottle the league is tough. We've got like a generational Barcelona team that we're chasing right now. I think best of the rest outside Barcelona and Real Madrid is what we're looking for right now. And then as our team gets older and more experienced and more consistent and professional, we start to finally close that gap. Nice save by Ovie Jahiri, the bespectacled master of the posts. Oh no, he's picked up an injury. Oh my goodness, Jahiri's got an injury. We already have a broken hand to Ruben Sosa. What is happening now? Hey, great win though. Whatever happens with Jahiri, that is a great win. If we can make Jahiri play through it, then that's what he's going to do. Okay. I don't know who that is. If there's any pressure, he's going to thrive under it. That's my final estimation. Any pressure at all.
Hi, Zed. Just wanted to let you know that I graduated from master's study today. Thanks for this great online gaming Zian Unity, which has helped me chill during uni study and the great content. Zian Mashaka.
Hey, Medical Car, thank you for the 53 months. I'm glad I've been able to help you with the uni study, and I appreciate your wonderful influence on the community as well, my dude. And congrats on graduating. Welcome to the club of people with master's degrees. Now we get to look down our spectacles at everybody else. J-Lab, thank you for the 66 months. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, he's dislocated his shoulder. That is a 2-month injury for Ovie Jahiri that, once again, he was trying to play through. The legend himself, the bespectacled netminder, who was having a great, first season, a great start to life as UD Melilla's backup. Hey, Villalba, you were outstanding. That was what we expect from Jean-Marc Villalba, that type of game. All right, we are out of first-team goalkeepers. We are down to B-team goalkeepers and U18 goalkeepers until Ruben Sosa gets back. All right, we got $3.76 million for finishing second place in the Europa League phase. We finished 4 points behind Man City, who won every match because we drew 2 matches against Eintracht Frankfurt and Besiktas. We won every other match. Scored 16, allowed 5. They scored 21. Dude, what is Köln doing? They allowed 15 goals in 8 matches, but got 16 points because they scored 23. I'm watching their matches. The other teams are Panathinaikos, Köln, Strasbourg, Besiktas, Fenerbahce, and Ajax. The playoff is Celtic, Irakov, Inter. Dude, Inter's in the playoff. That's crazy because we beat them. Bournemouth, Anderlecht, Vitoria Guimaraes, Nice, Sevilla, Sturm Graz, Frankfurt, Eupen, Middlesbrough. Didn't notice they were here. Lech Poznan, Bologna, AZ, and Ferencváros. With Ike Athens, Famalicão, Maribor, Tromso, Aris Thessaloniki, Aberdeen, Slovan Bratislava, Hajduk Split, Arau, Braun, Karabag, and Elfsberg eliminated. I've never heard of that club. Okay. I just want to see Champions League. Bayern, Tottenham, Napoli, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Man United, Benfica, and Leipzig. Dude, Barcelona and PSG are headed to the playoff. Nobody crazy. I mean, Slavia Prague's pretty crazy. They've snuck in as the last playoff team in the Champions League. They are going through to the next round. Fiorentina as well, considering how bad they are in real life right now. Jagiellonia made it to the league stage. They finished with 0 points and a minus 16. Love that for them. I think the biggest club that misses is probably Athletic Club Bilbao, Roma, and Atalanta has also missed. Sporting has missed. Okay. Well, we don't get our draw yet. That's not how it works, so. Looks like deadline day is going to pass without much of an incident. Okay, I think there is going to be a pretty big overhaul this offseason in terms of who do we want to keep, who do we want to get rid of. Because our squad is, we haven't been able to find the sales. Our squad has become pretty bloated. It's become pretty bloated. All right, I guess Revert's still working on that loan to Sunderland. So we're just going to go ahead and assume that loan's going to go through and register Giancarlos. Giancarlos is only getting paid 1.1 million, so I just assumed we were going to be fine. But apparently Pablo Revert is just getting paid even less. And he's getting paid $650,000. Bro, it's by 0.1. All right, hopefully we can find a no, we're not going to find a loan for him. He's going to hang out for 6 months and do nothing. That's the only option. That or you do this and then panic loan somebody else. God, I should have checked. I just didn't think to check. I might unregister Ovi Ejihiri. I have a plan. How much am I paying him? Yeah. We got it. I'm good.
I've been playing Hound Dog's Jib for 3 seasons and am still dead last. Pretty much fun times. I go till Jib win a World Cup.
We're going to register Sergio Conceição for the first team so Jimmy Blom gets more minutes with the B team. Conceição, you're going to become the starting goalkeeper for the first team for the next month. So if I unregister Ovi Ejihiri and he just can't play the rest of the year, he's already going to miss like 2 months with a dislocated shoulder anyways. He wouldn't be back until early April. Then I can register Giancarlos and unregister Revert, and we fit. Oh, I'm so good at this game. We sneak a goalkeeper in here. We get Giancarlos into the registration. Somehow everybody has a place to play. Somehow, some way, everybody has a place to play. All right, beautiful. Our new backup goalkeeper is Sergio Conceição for the rest of this year. The 22-year-old, he was Serbian. He was born in Serbia, but he has switched his nationality to Portuguese. What a snake! What an absolute snake! All right. Sorry, Ovi, but just get ready. You'll be our backup next year. Assuming Ruben Sosa goes somewhere else, he might be our starter. Honestly. Conceição, you're promoted. Otero is the chief target for Al Hilal. Well, this is about to be fun. Somebody's just going to send it there. Offers made for Nicholas Franke. It's loan offers, obviously. Bayern Munich have gone for Bike and Shabazz for $90 million. I would love to participate in that with my $0. Don't think I can. All right, Revert's loan set. Oof, big popular deadline day here. Karlsruhe. Ilya Capriel, that's an end of contract guy. Andre Guerrero, Carl Nicole. Andre Guerrero signed by Fulham. Damn. Pablo Revert gets his work permit. He's got a regular starter loan. Dude, I'm really happy about this. Go enjoy the Premier League. A guy from our academy getting a loan offer to go play in the Prem. I'm not taking that for granted, and I think Revert needs to be getting more time here. And we also have gotten Nino Vucak a loan at Stockport in the championship. I think it's a big opportunity for him. Forgot about that, but yeah, I like that offer. Sunderland loaning a lot of people. Baikan Shabazz has moved to Bayern Munich for $90 million. Dude, how much money does Bayern have? They just signed Nunez, that center back I love too. How much money do they have? Leipzig just offered for Van Rooyen. Either it's desperation or they're trying to catch me desperate. Leonardo Silva's getting plenty of playing time in La Liga dos. So Serie B is definitely not an interesting offer for us. I'm not going to lie, it's a disappointing offer. That would give me at least $36 million. You can get rid of these two. All right, they're storming bad outside. All right, look, I don't care about percent profit and X sale. I'll take 20, 14. You give me $34 million. All right, they're gone up to the 20. The issue with Van Rooyen, if you're wondering why we're looking to move Van Rooyen, is his playing time expectation is way above his ability relative to our team. It's way above his ability relative to our team. He struggles to fit into the team because of the amount of playing time that he expects. He's got him under contract for a while. I think I like how it resets. I love that. That's my favorite part of the game. Like, man, I'm not going to lie. That's your non-negotiable offer. If you accept that and guarantee me $35 million, I'll sell them to you. They withdrew. Okay. I just really wasn't comfortable going below that. I really wasn't comfortable going below that. The Zian greed. I'm not desperate to sell him. He's under contract for 3 more years. Oh, Emil Vitboy just moved. I mean, we knew he was worth more than... We sold him for $6 million to Union Berlin. Stoke has now bought him for $15 million. We get $150,000, which, according to my board, we desperately need. I just really wish my backups could be Bongani, Van Rooyen, and Miguel Rubio, and then I would be happy with my wingbacks forever. The problem is Bongani's expectations for his playing time are way too high. And the other problem is that we had the opportunity to go get Cesar. Who throws a little wrinkle in there, you know? Throws a little wrinkle in. Middlesbrough sign Jesus Fertea. Well, somebody was going to sign him. He was way too achievable. All right. But again, Bongani, Van Rooyen, the only guy that attracted multiple offers. We had that one City offer for Otero, which didn't even fully unsettle him. What a dog he is for us. Foden for $1 million. Yeah, I mean, he's probably old now. All right, transfer window is done for a lot of other nations as of the 2nd. I think the 3rd, the window is still open for some other nations, so it's possible. Yo! Van, what? Okay. Okay. Now, if he accepts this, brother, you're not that guy. At least go down to regular starter. Let me see if I can persuade him. I don't normally try this. Maybe I just wasn't giving him a chance, you know? Maybe I just wasn't giving him a chance. I said, there's a lot of competition at your position. I want to spread those minutes around over the course of the season. He said, you know what? That's understandable. Maybe I wasn't giving him a chance. I wasn't giving him a chance. I came to him. I talked to him, man to man, eyeball to eyeball, nose to nose. And I was like, yo, you suck. I didn't say that. Barca, I'm going to need you to lose at some point, man. I'm going to need you to lose. When do we play them in the freaking cup? I feel like that's going to sneak up on me and scare the hell out of me. Next, it did exactly what I said it was going to do. We play Barcelona in the quarterfinals of the Copa del Rey next. I'll tell you what, I'd rather play them in the quarters than the semis, because the semis is a home and away. So I'd rather play them now. Let's just get it out of the way. We're going to have to beat them at some point. I'll tell you what, if we do beat them, I am expecting us to win the Copa del Rey, because they are just murderous this year. They are so good. You need to actually change the playing time to... Oh, I thought it doesn't automatically change it after that conversation. Are you serious? Dog. It does that so often in other parts of the game that you... wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I would have never known. All right, chat. This is where things are going to get interesting here. We have Giancarlos around the team for the first time. Everybody say hey to Giancarlos. Hello. Hello, Giancarlos. Welcome to the team. Hello, Jean. How are you? All right, I'm going to go inside forward, Kelvin Mbambo. Was he cleared for this? 75. Yeah, he's cleared for this. Bongani. You know what? I'm happy with what you just told me. All of a sudden, the vibes are great with Bongani, Van Rooyen. I'm going to get him on the field again. I trust him more to be on the field now than I did before. Okay. We have Navas, who's definitely going to be involved here in some way. We have Giancarlos. We have Knifin, who is still recovering from a bruised toe. Third missed match for Knifin because of a bruised toe. You know, men used to be men, right? Men used to be men. All right, we have actual first team players around, so we should probably let Yuste get back to playing B team matches, not keep pulling him away. For his development's sake, Cañete, Versales, Surai. Surai's been making all that noise about his playing time. Well, guess what? You get to play in this match right now. I'm super happy for you. Sessa, you're in as well. Atletico Madrid is in 5th, and this is on the road. Yeah. Okay. Hey. Eyes on me, hot shots. Eyes on me. Give me an inside forward, Kelvin Mbambo. We haven't given him a chance at the inside forward move for a while. All right, playing time promises on Yins Kiar, Kelvin Mbambo. Knifen's got a playing time promise, but he can't be mad about me for not playing him because he's been hurt for 3 matches with a bruised toe. If you are that Charmin Ultra Soft, it is not my fault. All right. Conceição. Oh, yeah. First team, no. He played 2 matches in the Copa del Rey. This is his first La Liga appearance. With the injuries to Ruben Sosa and Ovi Ejahiri, B-team starter Sergio Conceição is registered in the first team for the rest of the season. High potential, slow burn goalkeeper that we're working on. He is going to be the starting goalkeeper until Ruben Sosa comes back. He will be starting all of the matches we have until Ruben Sosa comes back. That is probably going to be a while. All right, Jimmy Blom is going to be the backup goalkeeper. He is the current starter on the B team now, and we are going to keep him around. Since goalkeepers are apparently getting injured all over the place, we are going to keep him around now. All right, boys, here we go. Conceição gets number 91. Close enough, right? 95. Jean Carlos gets 25. Congratulations, Jean Carlos. Welcome to the team. Now, Sergio's got a lot more experience. He's played a lot more in Spain, been the regular starter for a good second division team, an RB team. And justify the praise, man. That's what we did in the last match. It was freaking electric. Great Europa League performance, second place finish in the league stage. We await our draw for the last 16. Quarterfinal in the Copa del Rey coming up next. But first, we are at Atletico Madrid in one of the toughest league matches we will have to play this season. They are in 5th, chasing a Champions League spot this year. The other guy's a Norwegian international. Yeah, but when's Norway's national team ever done anything? Huh? When, you know. Come on, boys. Come on. Well, obviously, he's going to be a bit of a problem. Obviously, we should be looking out for that guy. Oh, we're just so flat here, dude. Yins. I love the optimism. Yins, you can't just give the ball to the other team, man. You gotta give it to us sometimes, too. You can't just give the ball to the other team. I'm gonna need some help, Jens. If you receive the ball, try and keep it with the blue guys. The Blue Man Group, as it were. Nice. Okay. They're pressing like maniacs. Mbambo. Oh, Kelvin. Back from his injury. Kelvin Mbambo. There's no way that's getting through the crowd, unfortunately. But I like to see Mbambo looking predatory, looking aggressive, looking like he wants to take somebody on. Wasn't a great ball. Cesar, Kiar, that might have been off. Oh, Savona! It was on! Savona scores! Melilla's back! Just how he drew it up. Just trying to fool them into thinking he would be off. It's a slick ball by Cesar. Well controlled. Very well controlled by Kiar. See, that's what happens when you pass it to our team, and a great... Mbambo looks great in this game. That was a great knockdown. Lay it up to Savona. Pretty similar goal, actually. Lay it to the extra man. Come on, boys. Make sure we go get the win we deserve. Make sure we go get the win we deserve. Let me fire up Allison Lopes-Teixeira as well. Let me see if I can get Lopes-Teixeira to out-muscle these guys. I'm giving him a little time. I think we're going to bring in the star wingbacks in like the 60th minute. Drop Van Rooyen and Cesar. I get all happy about Van Rooyen, and then he comes out and just plays horribly. Him and Cesar, 6.5, 6.4. All right, double wingback sub. Versailles coming in on the left. Cañete coming in on the right. Sessa obviously has not had a lot of fun. I think we just load up the attack. I think we try and just get him in the last 30 minutes here. Sessa comes off. Mbambo's obviously been good. I want to leave him out on the right. And I'm going to leave him as that inside forward. That's obviously been working. So if Sessa comes off, I think we go with Gerard. I think Casado, he's had it going on. I think I put Casado in. I put Casado in. And then Lopes-Teixeira, struggling to give us what we want. It would be really silly if we didn't get Villalba on the field the way that he's been playing. I'm going to get him in there for Kiar. And have him play wide forward out there. So Mbambo, Villalba. I'm going to leave Lopes-Teixeira in for 10 more minutes. I like his physicality in this matchup. But we are going to go for it now. I just wish we hadn't given up that goal. Because we've actually done a good job of kind of getting control over the game and obviously getting that goal to begin with. But, oh my goodness, let's go. Oh my goodness, let's go. Villalba, who I'm starting to absolutely love, by the way. Villalba. Oh, yeah. Show your personality. Casado. Oh, we're on that. We got him pinned in. Let's go. We're on that. Nicola Savona. That's a nice pass. Oh, what a ball! Villalba! Top shelf! No, that was on. That was on. It was not on. It was, I checked now. Sub! Navas. We've got these two forwards that are more inside. I think we just have Navas run into the channel and try and open space for those guys that are going to pop up there. He's not as much of a physical presence as Lobes Teixeira. Come on, somebody show some personality. Somebody show some confidence. That's what we want. We can get those 3 points. We're the team with the momentum. Good. Just keep it moving side to side. Look wide. You got to look wide. You got to look wide. Way to win the second ball. The open player is the wide player. Villalba. Coming in! Yes, sir! That's my boy. That's my boy right there. That is my boy. That is my boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All the way home, baby. All the way home. Nice work, boys. Nice work. All right. Wide. Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. All right, adjustment. Come on, baby. Come on. Great job by Casado. Again, he just does all the little things. Villalba. You know, center back's so worried about the cross, he's going to get that tight angle to come in on the goalkeeper, and that is a tidy finish. Nice. Well done. Good job, Ferreros. Oh, we're playing in tight spaces now. Luis Miguel Navas. Oh, what a ball! Villalba looked like he might have been on. He's all alone! Oh, he's definitely on. That's a great ball by Navas. I think this was a double doink, chat. I think he doinked it twice. Let's turn that speed down. It's like you almost can't even be mad. Like, yeah, you've got to be scoring that, but I mean, he's so close to that ball going in. Look at Cañete, dude. Look at Cañete. Where he's ended up. Just get it to Villalba. The guy is rampant. He has become very comfortable here now that he's a Spanish citizen. Oh, and Bombo. Oh, Cañete! I mean, we just look so good all of a sudden. The way these guys are passing and moving the ball. Probably should have scored again. Cañete, that was a golf shot. Oh, get it back to him. Oh, he got it back to him. Just extra steps. Villalba to the end line. Oh, inside. Casado! I have so many questions. I have so many questions. I don't even know where to begin. I don't know where to begin. I don't. I have so many questions. Thank you. Finally, somebody, freaking Luis Alberto Ferreros just dunks on him. We deserved that third goal. We turned it up. We absolutely turned it up, chat. We've absolutely turned it up. We've turned the screws. Luis Alberto Ferreros. A dominant header from the forgotten member of this great Melilla defense. At the Metropolitano, it's a comeback win for UD Melilla. Good work, boys. And my goodness, Gianmarco Villalba looks like a world beater right now. We were just about losing faith. If we'd gotten an offer over $70 million from Atletico Madrid, I'm pretty sure we would have taken it. They were the team that was like super interested in him. Yeah. Sarai's putting in good training performances. Well, I'm not seeing it in the development. All right, Copa del Rey against Barcelona. This is the big one. This is what you sign up for. This is what you sign up for. This Barca team that we actually took a 2-0 lead in Barcelona before they came back and got us 3-2. Yuri Urbanic, like, I just want to see you add more value. That's it. That's all I want to see. Alessio Maggi. Porto snap up Alessio Maggi. All right, Barca. Oh, wow. Ruben Sosa has officially withdrawn his request. He's decided to stay at UD Melilla. "22-year-old B-team center back Patricio Gonzalez. We actually signed him for $2 million. And I am guessing we have not seen much improvement at all. So let's see if we can get our money back. I don't need a buyback. I don't need that. I would just like $3 million up front. They're not going to take that. I'll take 2.8. Yes. Seems to have been a bad investment, potentially. But they offered 2.5, which is going to get us our money back on Patricio. So, fair enough, dog. This is great news, though. This is great news. Oh, yeah, we have to accept his withdrawing of the transfer request. He, had some interest from Barcelona. They didn't want to pay $77 million for him, clearly, and so he's still here. Have we finally finished scouting Sebastiano Guglieri? Because, yeah, this guy's obviously a stud. Which is why Bayern Munich signed him while we were scouting him. Yakir Peretz. No. Karnaseki. Yeah, he's one of our goalkeepers that we value. Atumeleng Benjamin, who's gone to Eupen. Off the B team, yes. Abel Ormatsea. Yeah, I think we can go ahead and dump him to Gustavo Martinez from Pachuca. Yeah, it's not enough in his game there. Fabio Balde, 25-year-old midfielder from Portugal. Not enough in his game either. Especially without a big matches preference. I mean, come on. Giovanni Antonucci. This guy's got to play center back because he doesn't really have any ability with the ball. Kind of an idiot, though. That's all right. Stupidity can be overcome. We see it all the time. Andres Orlando. One of those guys playing in South America that's definitely really good. Eduardo Bistiero. Bistiero, I think. Dries Rajuni. I'm going to put him on into contract. That's when we would sign him. Andreas Allentoft. 22-year-old Dane. Gotta love a guy with 46 U21 caps. He was just really good at a young age. But he's not taken the next step whatsoever. I mean, that guy I signed out of Uzbekistan is probably at the level of Andreas Allentoft. I just don't see I'll put him on the maybe for a year. I'm not going to fully give up on it yet because I do think he's still, with the love of big matches and all that stuff, I think he's still got some game. Peter Orpashal. Or Opperschal. Peter Opperschal. You say it. Leave me alone. Yeah. Freak athlete, but not enough of a freak athlete for me to ever end up with that guy on my team. Stanislav Bielik and Mlada Boleslav. It's not a lot going on, even for a B team signing. Ivan Lopez. They clearly have like a very high opinion of him and what he's got going on. I didn't check it the right way. Maxime Vindenbosch has been offered to me by an agent. Do they know I'm broke? Clearly not. They clearly don't know I'm broke. Matteo Signoris. Serge Conan. I don't remember Serge Conan. Tomas, 20-year-old Brazilian center back. With a very bright future, potentially. Ernesto Chaparro, 21 years old, Boca Juniors. My goodness, does he have like an eternal journey to actually get anywhere near his potential. Vende Asef. I mean, this guy's definitely going to be a center back for Senegal for a long time. His value is crazy high, but he is no longer in the Wonder Kid category. Mateja Spazievich. Mohamed Marshan. I don't even want to ask the agent, because if the agent for some reason says yes, I don't have the money. Nam Cheng Ho. This is one of the guys from the Asian Cup, actually. Nam Cheng Ho plays for Braga, French player, just getting into the South Korean team, but value's good. Nationality, however, is not. So I'm not thinking that's going to be something we do. That was the guy's name, right? Yeah. He's genuinely on Sheffield Wednesday's U18s. Like that's beyond nuts, actually. I just assumed he was like on loan, but then in the back of my mind, it was bothering me that I saw he was still on a youth contract, because you don't really loan out guys on youth contracts. So I was like, wait a second, I think he might actually just be on Sheffield Wednesday. Boom. He is really just on Sheffield Wednesday. A 16-year-old player with the world at his feet. Just unbelievable potential. And I know that he's foreign, but that is the type of guy, like that he's non-EU. But that's the type of guy that I'm willing to sell a non-EU spot in my team, basically. To have somebody that looks like they could be, one of the best players in the world. Certainly at 16, he's one of the best 16-year-olds in the world. Certainly. Andres Ruiz, no. Uzama Durbal. Hanjo Rolfing. I have loved this guy's name for a long time. And he is asked to move. But he's so far away from first team level, dude. Kareem Haddad. For Lebanon's national team, this guy at 19 years old is an absolute freak. He's so good. Unfortunately, he is not. He's fairly professional as well. You know what? I'm going to give him a keen eye for like a year. We'll give him a keen eye for a year. 18-year-old Tajik on Dynamo Moscow. Bahodar Nazar Zoda. We'll track him. Mamadou Traore. He's made his move. Goes to the maybe list. Oh, Noble Mindy. It had been too long, sir. It had been too long. It had been too long. I trust you're keeping well, good sir. I trust you're keeping well. Oh, Jeremy Manga. He's so good. He's listed for $90 million. Well, I'm going to keep an eye on him. Sue me, dude. I'm going to keep an eye on him. Guy that's trying to leave the club that he's at. I might not have $90 million right now, but I have in the past, and I will again. All right, Gonzalez. After a year and a half We have not seen a development that is encouraging Patricio, and you're holding down one of the foreign player spots on our B team. So if we get the opportunity, I wasn't going to seek it out yet, but if we get the opportunity to sell you and get our money back, I'm going to take it. So the odds of us getting a better deal for Patricio Gonzalez are going down. So Patricio is off to Olympiacos. We thank him for his service on the B team. He made 1 or 2 first-team appearances over the course of the Cups and everything. So Patricio Gonzalez headed to Olympiacos. Well, they've instantly valued him at $17.5 million. Might have wanted to include a sell on. That does feel a little high, but whatever. All right. It's one thing to have the value there. It's another thing to get paid by somebody that value. Just pay me. Luis Miguel Navas. So we have two spots left. A maximum of 3 new players. Who else is unregistered? Gian Carlos. We're going to take Gian Carlos, and we're going to bring Sergio Conceição. He is going to be the backup goalkeeper for our Europa League run, and I am kind of afraid we're going to have to play a Europa League knockout round with him as our starting goalkeeper. But we are going to bring Gian Carlos over Mateo Nava. That's going to keep Mateo Nava focused on the game. All right, 3 replacements. They're in. Ooh, wait. What's Versailles doing? He's showing pleasing progress, but how much? Nothing crazy, but still, what a player. Yande is fluent Spanish. Good. Abel Yande obviously has amazing potential, so we want that at some point to be... I want him to reach it. Is he played yet? 2 appearances off the bench already in La Liga is actually quite wonderful. For the Zamba Messi. I'm standing up for this. This is a huge match. I'm going to the bathroom, too. I'll be right back. Boys. Big match today. Hold on. Move this there. Move that over there. Big match today. Bro, there are two teams that are not even in La Liga that we could have drawn. Rayo Vallecano and Las Palmas. That would have been nice. All right, the big match is here. Calvin and Bombo dragging a little bit after that. Zaviro Havakote. Knifin is finally back from his bruised toe. Nice of him to join us. All right, wide forward, Gianmarco Villalba, Zaviro Havakote in. We definitely need, I think, I'm going to go totally different midfield with Casado and Gerard. I think our best midfield, though, is Sarai and Casado. Casado going further forward so that he can use that fantastic brain of his to make plays. Havakote, Villalba, and definitely Lopes Teixeira. You know, he's the guy that can run that front of the goal. Cañete, Ferrero, Sotero, Ivande. Apparently now my entire defense is attracting interest. And rather shakily, Sergio Conceição in goal. Navas, Kiar, Knifin, Imbambo, Sessa, Gerard, Cesar, Van Royen, Gutierrez, Savona. Rubio. Don't really trust Van Royen playing in a match like this, you know. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. All right, let's do a little promise check. We are all okay with every single promise we've got running right now, which is pretty damn impressive. That is hard to do. It's just what I do. You know, it's not my first rodeo, and dare I say, it's not even my second. All right. Copa del Rey, quarterfinal. Barcelona, they are the best team in Spain this year. But this is not an entire league season, chat. This is 90 minutes, and we are at home. It's 90 minutes, and we are at home. Please rise and remove your caps for the performance of the Copa del Rey anthem. It's the Copa del the Copa del You may be seated. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Nice layover, Salas. Nice work, Ferreros. Oh, what an early goal would do for the boys in North Africa at home against big bad Barcelona in the Copa del Rey in the quarterfinal. Casado. Oh, Cañete Lopes Teixeira! That's how you start right there. That's how you start. Still 0-0. Great job by Cañete, 12th assist of the year.
Literally right as I subscribe Lopes T0 scores. Coincidence? Yeah, probably. What was that? What was that? What was that? Villalba, listen to me. You got to get going. I know you love a big match. I know you can handle the pressure. I'm going to give you till 60 minutes to make that match rating go up. You can be the guy that makes the difference for us. Big save! Big save, Conceição. Just meets him right at the ball, nowhere for him to go. Great goalkeeping. Kjær. Been a very effective super sub at various points of this campaign. That's it. That's all I want right now. That's all I want right now. I just want Kjær in. Jens Kjær in the Copa del Rey against Barcelona. Gianmarco Villalba, for whatever reason, could not find it today, even though he loves big matches, and he'd shown that recently. They had him shut down pretty well. Sub! Get Gerard in. Actually, wait. Get Gerard in, get Sessa in. And a new midfield out there. Ferreros, you're just going to have to get over it, man. I don't know what to tell you. But I want a new midfield. Those guys are getting a workout in this game. We definitely... Oh, Havacote. No, bad time, bro. Okay. Havacote coming off. We're going to go knifing. Or actually, do I want to go knifing or do I want to go... No, Mbambo. We have enough time, even with extra time, that he'd be able to play the whole thing. Give me Mbambo. Like the way he's looked for us recently. Not telling me what it is. Okay. It's my last window, so I got to make the other change if I'm going to make it. Cesar's been good, but I don't really want to make that change. Lopes Teixeira obviously has a goal, but he's tired.
I think we lean on the quality we have off the bench. I know I have low crosses on. I have it on purpose. Yeah, I like Navas last time. Go. All right, Lopes Teixeira off, Navas in. And Mbambo coming in on the right side. Avacote picked up a knock. Let's go. False alarm. No, I mean, I hadn't seen it in chat, but I do know it's on, and it's not like a mistake that it's on. Low crosses are just really good. And, you know, we have guys with, like, the ability of Lopes Teixeira to create space with his strength and balance, to me, is better than, like, his just raw aerial ability. With Havacote in, you probably should have low crosses off sometime, but I just keep it as just kind of a way we play. And I've also noticed, even when you have low crosses on, they still play aerial crosses a lot. So it's almost, oh my goodness. Now I'll turn it off. Cuts came out of nothing, too. We'd just been puttering along towards what felt like inevitable extra time. So easy. God. What a way to start that, Cañete. Jesus, man. Just dribble it right to the other guy. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Let's go. Go, go, go. He wins it back. Well, that was a disappointing final minute. I mean, no sub got over a 6.6. Just really failed to influence the game at all. Oh, that sucked, man. Oh! We're out of the Copa del Rey in the quarters to the one team ahead of us in the league. While other teams are playing somehow two second division teams that made the quarterfinal, we're playing Barcelona and losing in the 94th minute. They just have a little bit more than we have right now. Just a little bit more between the ears, it feels like, than we have. We're right there. We lost 3-2 in Barcelona in the league, 2-1 in the cup. We had the lead in both of those games. It's bad. You've got to play Rodrigo Lira, man. All right, well, we're not going to win every competition we're in, but we're doing well in the league. We just got to keep that momentum going. And we are obviously in the Europa League last 16, so we can keep putting pressure on the league, and I really believe we have a chance to bring home European silverware with that Europa League. I hope it's our last Europa League. You know, I want us to be a team that's a Champions League team every year, but 2 years ago we weren't in Europe at all. This past year we got ourselves, or last year we weren't, or 2 years ago we weren't in Europe at all. Last year we were in the Champions League, but got, knocked out in the league stage. And now we're in the Europa League, and what is this? Hey, I don't know what you're doing in training, but it sucks, Sergio. Well, I guess that was him, upset about the Manchester City thing, which he hasn't even actually come to me about. Even though it said that he was extremely interested in that transfer, he still hasn't come to me about it. He's just allegedly upset about it. Aqueous, thank you so much for the Prime, by the way. And Isaac, thank you for the 59 months. Pablo, thank you for the 2 months. Dom, thank you for the 26 months. Right as I subscribed, Lopes Teixeira scored. We needed you to subscribe again, or else we had no chance. Elliot, thank you so much for the Prime as well, dude. I appreciate you. Oh, brother. How would the name of the park end up being Tingus Pingus Park? Well, I mean, obviously, Tingus Pingus Park is, who wouldn't want to play in a name, in a park that is named so reverently? All right, we really are starting to pick up injuries. Luis Miguel Navas, tight calf. We're good. That's a little just, Pulisic, let me sit out a day in training type injury. All right, I want to get a good taste back in my mouth. Let's win. Let's win this match. Silla. That name. Mamadou Silla. Oh, I just liked him because he's from Guinea. He's actually quite bad. Has no future as a professional in our ranks, but he had a very good game for the U19s he can tell his grandkids about. Good for him. Do 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 do. Yo gypsy. Da, 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 da. Is this Fleetwood Mac? There's an ex-player named Tingus Pingus. Yep. The park is named after an ex-player who somebody redeemed a rename for him to be Tingus Pingus. And then the park was then named after this individual, which that happened much later. And it came out that the park would be named Tingus Pingus, and we were like, that's pretty sweet. All right, Vialva, you're starting up top. This is a playing time management decision in order to get Kier some time here. Casado, you're going to slot into that position, and we are going to start Kelvin Mbambo. Kelvin Mbambo as the central midfielder for a very offensive setup. Cesar, we've got Versalles dragging a little bit. I think he struggled a little bit in that game. So we got to make sure to get him in. I'm going to leave Cañete out there. We're not going to handle all of our promises. We're just going to handle them. Oh, look at this. Look at who is reported back for light training. Look at who it is. It's a Ruben Sosa. Viro have a cote. You hit the rehab as well. Ruben Souza's back in light training. Conceição continues to start and play. Nava. Quite funny. Jean Carlos. The Brazilian. All right. Conceição, Avande, Otero, Ferreros. I think we've been getting good performances from Gutierrez. So if we're going to rotate somebody, I'm going to take Avande off. Girona's in third. Never mind. What am I doing? Disrespecting the hell out of Girona is what I'm doing. We at home. Yeah. Hey, look at me. We're chill, actually. Everybody chill out a little bit. And Mbambo's not going to be able to start this game. We're going to start Sarai and do our Sarai-Casado pair. You're going to bring this out wide right there. Lucas Knifen Egger and Jens Kjar. I actually don't like that. Now that I know who we're playing. I'm going to go Lopes Teixeira. I'm going to have you go wide forward. Conceição, Avande, Otero, Ferreros, Cañete, Sarai, Casado, Cesar, Knifen, Violva, and Lopes Teixeira. Yes. Okay. I didn't realize Girona was having such a good season. For some reason, my brain was just deleting them from the league table every time I looked at them. They're the team that's floating around next to Real Madrid. I just didn't notice. Is the song command busted? Unfortunately, yes, it is busted sometimes. Well, let's go, boys! Gotta keep putting wins on the board. We know Barcelona's gonna do the same. We gotta keep the chase up. Big 6-pointer to create a little more separation from the teams like Girona, who sit 6 points behind us. Real Madrid would be in third. They have a match in hand. If they win that match in hand, they're 5 points behind us, but we are the chase group for Barcelona right now in this season, and we're just going to try and keep that up. We're just going to try and keep up that momentum. Feels good to be back. Welcome back, Calino. Oh, they've got that Chinese superstar, Zhang Shua. Been playing in Spain for years with Girona. Girl, what is this meta tactic? Goodness gracious, no wonder they're doing well. I'm looking at an AI using double channel midfielder, double inside forward. Which one of you freaks is managing this team? All right, look at the overlap, go! Oh, get it back to him. Cañete! Oh, it was blocked! Oh, it was by the keeper. It was blocked! Oh, dude. Perfect rim running chance for Lopes Teixeira. Just had to dunk it in, but the defender peeled off of him and covered behind the keeper. That was so good. Yo, they're starting Mohamed Haytoumi at center back right now. With 4 jumping reach. Hold on. You guys are talking about crosses. You might be onto something here. Mohamed Haytoumi's got 4 jumping reach. I think basically anybody and their mother can take advantage of him on the, in the air. I think we float him up towards Lopes Teixeira the rest of the half, see if we can't get like a dunk on Haytoumi. There are other guys of decent height, but I know my former player, and he is a wingback for a reason. He has the defensive skills to maybe play in there, but he is quite short. All right, I wish we had Havakote. Havakote would already have 2 goals on him. But of course, he's hurt. Fortunately, not for long. Any day, ref. Any day. Yo, Villalba, Lobes Teixeira. You got to eat in these games. All right, sub, halftime. I'm not going to play around with Cesar. We were just putting him in there because I didn't like what I saw from Versailles in the last match. Let's get Versailles back in there. Yellows for Otero, Cañete, and Casado. Cañete's always in a yellow. That's not new. Casado definitely is playing a weird one, though. So maybe we go with Gerard at halftime. I like Gerard. Versailles and Gerard in. This feels like a moment's match. We just need a moment, and a set piece can definitely be a moment. The Great Wall of Melilla. Ferreros! Oh, yes! It's an own goal! It does not matter! UD Melilla has the lead! In a top 3 showdown! Ferreros, good save by Krapivtsov. And then Sanchez tries to clear it, but Lopes Teixeira is there, and he should get credit for that goal. He blocks the clearance with his stomach into the net. He does. Allison Lopes Teixeira, with sheer willpower, puts UD Melilla in the lead. Spinning around to clear it, and Lopes Teixeira, that's that aggression, the bravery, the toughness, that mental edge that Lopes Teixeira has. He just throws himself at it. Knocks it back. I don't know what's happening with Villalba. He looks incredibly bad today. Alrighty. Well, I can make 3 subs in 3 windows, so we'll start with Jens Kjær coming on the left. I think Mbambo's coming in pretty soon after. All right, Mbambo. You get knifing. Oop, wrong guy. Thought I had this set in like automatic stuff. All right, Kelvin Mbambo, you're in. Let's try and influence the game a little bit. There hasn't been a whole lot of personality in this game with our attack from our 7 guys that can really get involved. The midfielders, the wingbacks, the wings. Not a lot of shows of personality. Versailles has done well after he came off the bench. He's got a good match rating. All right, great Tower of Melilla. We're there. That's so good from Otero. He just hunted that ball. Oh, goodness. Good save. Steady as she goes, Sergio. Steady as she goes. Good show by Sarai to help distribute that ball. Mbambo. Coming off a set piece. It's the only explanation for Cañete being back there. Whoop. Whoop. Oh, he's gone for it. Versailles. Kjær. Sarai. Gerard. Oh. Where's this keeper from? Curious. The stands have been producing some pretty good players. I just wonder if he's from a stand. Ukraine. Vladislav Krapivtsov. All right. Let's just, good passes, decent chance here. Smart. Play smart. And most importantly, that job falls to the 2 midfielders. They either need to draw people in so that the pass can go simply out wide. Oh, Mbambo. Oh, there's Kjær. Kjær, oh, what a finish. Oh, it's looking like a great win for UD Melilla. Jens Kjær right on top of it. Good ball. Well corralled by Mbambo. Lopes Teixeira, head on a swivel. Jens Kjær, this is a laser beam of a finish. Keeper had no chance. Big goal, Jens Kjær, to put UD Melilla out of reach in a very competitive matchup against Girona. They're good. They've on day. Nice pass, Danny. The American. It really is not talked about enough that we have an American who's just a regular starter for us. Oh, Lopes Teixeira. He cuts off the angle. Rosales. Lopes Teixeira. Looking in Bomba. Oh! Post. Kelvin wanted one. He wanted to hear the song. He wanted to hear the song. But, hey, we played. Look, we grew into the game. We grew into our confidence towards the back end of this game. I'm very happy with that performance and the way that we played. I'm very happy with that performance and the way we played. That was good stuff. We need more of that in our life. Angel Cañete. Cañete. Do, 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 do. Ifeanyi Samuel. Joao Aguiar. How's he doing? He's actually having a pretty good year. He's got 8 goal contributions, 17 matches in the league. He's got 3 goals in 8 matches. It's just the fact that he keeps getting worse makes it a very hard sell. Emilio Pons. The hard sell. Oh, dude, we have like 7 days. We have a whole week off. I couldn't tell you the last time we had a whole week. Well, the winter break, but we have a whole week off. It's the advantage of losing in the Cup quarterfinal, I suppose. Jens Kjær still improving. Well, it looks like he's getting worse to me, Bob. I'm not going to lie, but he is a hell of a player. Definitely a guy we want to keep happy, who very quickly, I want to give him credit. He's very quickly taken to being here. Wow, this guy's good. Oh, man, this guy's good. I'm going to put him on the yes list because his contract's coming up. I know he's non-EU, but we do kind of have an open non-EU spot right now. Who's our other non-EU? Who's Villalva? But Villalva's not non-EU anymore. Danny, who's never changing. Who's the other guy? When does he change? I've known it off the top of my head for so long. Oh, Lopes Teixeira. And he'll have another year once we get to the summer. Yeah, it's Lopes. Okay. I was just doing foreign player math. Little foreign player calculations, you know what I'm saying? All right, 42 guys. Ben Gannon Doak. Well, only valued at 100 million. What am I'm missing out? I am missing out. Wilfried Singo. I'm on the yes list because I have a feeling he is going to end up available for pretty cheap at some point because he is old, and that's usually what happens with old players. Gerson Correa. I don't know, man. I feel like at some point you kind of have to start to get good, you know? I feel like at some point you got to get good. Christoph Putan on the cheaper list. Joseph Malinovsky. This guy moves really well. He also has the technical ability of an underdeveloped slug. So I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with that. The guy should be playing on the wing, but he's not. Hussein Lugmani. No. Alberto Machuca. All this is just the question of, do you survive another round of being a part of my short list? And he does not. Javier Bettinelli. 22-year-old Argentine winger. Offers nothing defensively. Holy Trinity's pretty solid. He saves himself with that little mental patch of skills that he has. Guillermo Arbon, incredible potential still on this guy, but he has a very long way to go to get anywhere near it. Batuhan Behrens, a very athletic American wingback. We've definitely had that guy in the U.S. national team for a long time. A guy with that exact skill set, actually. Is that why Zealand has no value on Transfermarkt, his age? I think that would probably be down to the fact that, Zealand Shannon on Transfermarkt has been without a club for some time at this point. And it's really difficult for them to assign an accurate value if you're not playing regularly. I think that, makes it hard to manage. This guy's about to turn 22. Good player for Tunisia. He is not going to be a good player for me. Pablo Torra. The 20-year-old left wing back from Villarreal, who does not play a ton of defense, but he can whip a cross in and can really attack down the field. Narcisse Carbia. Villarreal C. Dude's not even on Villarreal B. How awkward for everybody. Fairly professional, he's sticking around. We've got some guys from the Asian Cup here. Mazin El Magran. Raid Kawar. Yeah, dude, Lebanon actually has some pretty decent players. Guys playing for Monterey Bay 2 in the United States. Abdullah Marhoun. Salah Abdul Karim, a 19-year-old from Bahrain. Yeah, it's... Oh, Sile! Sile Peterson. I'm assuming he's having a good career out there. We sold him for $21 million to Al Ahly after buying him for $600,000. That was one of our finest pieces of handiwork, and he is playing regularly. Ahmed Al-Baluchi, Abdullah Abbas, playing at Cincinnati in MLS. Iraqi striker, absolutely not, though. Abbas Hussein. Malik Al-Zeno. He's decent, but with the non-EU nationality. Marzur Kyriev. This is the kid that was 16. And he is very not good, unfortunately. Marian Babic of the Australian national team. We still got some North Koreans. Dude, what I wouldn't give to have a North Korean that popped up and was just outrageous. What I wouldn't give. Denny Madyantara. Rashid Al-Ajmi. Hamad Mohammed Al-Yassi of the UAE, from Shabab Al-Ali in the UAE. UAE is one of the places, unlike the stands I love because those guys actually count as EU. But the UAE is one of the many places in the Asian Cup where the Asian Cup is probably the most unlikely place for me to find somebody and sign them. Moyad Musa from Beitar Jerusalem, the winger from Palestine. He really is decent. I'm going to keep him on my yes list. I'm going to keep him on my yes list. There could be something there. And Ging Shen, this guy could totally play on Melilla B right now, but he, if you play for China, you're not going to be able to get that EU nationality. They don't even work towards it. Abdullah Rahman Al-Shamari. Okay. A lot of Asian Cup scouting going down. When did I get gifted a sub? So you can look in the notifications on Twitch and you can actually see that. There's like a little notification bell and it'll tell you when you got gifted a sub. What you look like and all that. Sao Paulo are offering $41 million for Marlucio. That's pretty crazy. So Nicholas Franke has been loaned out. Stays on the loan list. Shelton Akram from Arsenal. He's been a big Shelton guy. Oh, he doesn't like big matches. Never mind. Nico Roscher. He's adding a lot to his game mentally. If only he could add literally anything else to his game. Maybe for a year. He passes the hurdle. He stays on the short list. The one guy has been released from our short list system. Good riddance. Isn't Beitar Jerusalem? Yeah, Beitar Jerusalem's like super intense clubs. It's hilarious that they put a Palestinian player on that team. Well, I don't have any money right now. We can't do anything. The board literally just freaked out about our balance and just revoked all of our money. Bro, how is it 6 to 7 weeks with a moderate calf strain? Ah. All right. Saviro Havakote, just keep getting better, man. Just keep getting better. There's some explosive development somewhere in his future once we're done working on his weak foot. But we need to get, we're getting his weak foot up so that he can be more of an effective influence in the center of the park. It's hard to be super one-footed as a central guy. Oh, baby. Danny Avande, 3 to 7 weeks is the prognosis from the physios. Pretty big range, obviously, but we're rooting for you, buddy. How's Carlos Sudo doing? Oh, he got hurt, right. A knee ligament sprain, setting back our top prospect. That's not a first-team player. That's somebody else. A very bad youth player who is on the end of the bench of the B team, is out 3 to 6 weeks with a rolled ankle. I mean, you're just lucky to be here, man. You're just lucky to be here. You're happy to be here. Sergio Conceição's like, wait, all of a sudden I'm the starter for the first team? This is amazing. Hopefully it really inspires some development. Or maybe inspires somebody to spend like $30 million on you. Okay, what is in the water at the facilities right now? We're getting injuries all over the place. This guy's not a first-team player either. But that's a moderate thigh strain for David Corral. There's really nobody on the freaking bench on the B team anymore. What is that all about then? All right, send you home. Dude, 2 to 3 weeks. My goodness. Cesar just got a virus. He's out 2 to 3 weeks. Unfortunately, we have the depth at wingback to be able to cover that, but that's a little ridiculous. I hope that we met his playing time promise, because we are not going to be able to change how he feels about it now. Dude, I saw Poor, and I was like, I swear if that's on. So Cesar will be happy with his playing time. He's now home with the virus. His playing time is satisfied. Villalba and Bombo and Knifin, we've got to keep an eye on. And then there's Jens Kjar as well. And Rubio, he has reasonable playing time requests, so I'm not really worried about that at all. How's Mazzoni doing? He's got good potential. It's part of the Argentine pipeline we've got going that has produced the likes of Jaime Gutierrez, who just popped up over here. Who apparently is still adding to his game. He is. He's getting physically better. I appreciate that. Never going to be a technical mastermind, but he's a fringe Argentina international and a real mental, physical guy for us. Like, seriously, it's like every day. The hip injury that likely torpedoes any small chance that guy had to ever become relevant in our youth setup. Mostly with the youth teams, B team and U19s. But we've lost Cesar, we've lost Danny Avande. And I'd rather be playing 2 matches a week. All this sitting around is not doing us any good at all. Yeah, Jens is not super mad, but he's a little, we're a little behind the 8 ball. Oh, David Corral is on loan. How's Timmy Schmidt doing? He's already played 5 matches. That's good. What is his dude? The value fluctuations on these guys is crazy. His value was 30 million in like January. The value fluctuations are just so different than they used to be in this game. All right, I just wanted to get up to Atafe. That is where we are going to leave it today, chat. That's where we're going to leave it today. Congrats to the Spanish. on their victory. G, your community is so welcoming. Thanks for making my first stream great. I got you, dude. I'm glad everybody was looking out for you. Thank you guys for being here, though. Much love. Fist bump. I hope you have a great rest of your day. On schedule updates for next stream. Might be tomorrow, might be Thursday. We will see. But congratulations to Spain, to all of the Spanish around the world for being the new World Cup champions. Deserved World Cup champions based off of the way the whole tournament went. So I just wanted to slip that at the end. I'll see you guys later.